Oh, Kelly, your mic ain't working, man. So let me take this one through. Welcome back, everyone, to the last day of the Garena Masters group stage here, where we're going to be able to see the finalization when who's going to be able to make it to the cut for the next stage of the competition. Today we have in line Elevate up against KALIX. We got Elite Ascend versus ELUNARI ESPORTS and Alula Club versus SKAERI. Nope, ain't working. Yep, Callie. I mean, hey, last day drivers, we like to see it. Callie, just keep on smiling while I take over in regards to the action here, man. So overall, I mean, we've had a very grueling run here for the group stage, and it's a very punishing one. I mean, you only get 4 days to prove yourself, and guess what? We've pretty much solidified already, especially for Group A. You got to see Alula and TSM. You move over now for Elevate. I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up, no, in regards to probably Elevate or ELUNARI. I mean, it's all going to Elevate is definitely secured. It all depends between Elite Ascend and ELUNARI eSports, which will be happening in the second series here for today. But if you guys have been eyeing out on the action as well, we started things off for the broadcast on the qualifiers on February 28th, and then we ended off at the first day of March here on Sunday. And then after that, we are now here at the last and final day for the group stage. We started things off at Thursday, and now we are here at Sunday. And then for tomorrow's run, Callie, there's no run. We're going to have a 5-day break, and then we're going to continue towards the playoffs.
4 teams will be playing in that playoff. So today is going to be the last day, and it's going to decide who's going to make it in there. And yeah, Alula, Elevate are going to be playing into that playoff stage. So for people that are watching, and we'll be waiting for that Garena Elevate versus Alula match. Yeah, that playoffs. You have to stay tuned to it. March 14 to 15. And yeah, addressing the issue there on the opening, yes, I did get EMP system. I don't know what happened with my audio cue, but I believe I'm okay now. Warden Sport is laughing at me at the back end. This guy, I love him so much. Mwah. Anyways, for people that are just watching right now, yes, we are here at the final day of the group stage. This is the Garena Masters X Weaving the Legacy tournament format. We started with the qualifier stage. Now, only 4 teams will be able to advance to the playoffs, where it all will be a double elimination best of 5. But the teams that will make it at the top 3 for each of the groups that we'll have will be invited to Garena Summer Invitationals 2026. Now, what would that be? That is where all Garena regions will participate to fight for a 60,000 USD prize pool, where the grand finals is a LAN event. But here at Garena Masters 10, you want to fight for the 20,000 US dollar prize pool. That is the highest first place prize that you'll ever have in the Garena Masters history. So talking about breaking records, talking about cashing checks, cashing that bag. This is how you want it to be. You're at the final stage. Only there's 3 days, Warden. And all you got to do is play in the playoffs and get a couple of more wins. But that first place is going to be quite hard to take, Warden, with Alula and Elevate actually being the team that is expected to win.
I mean, there's just barely any room for contention here. I mean, Alula and Elevate, they've been having this solid run for the longest time. It always has been a battle between these 2 squads. And yeah, I mean, it's just going to be time that could tell us, whether can we actually see any team that will be in contention for that one. But ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 teams here on the group stage, but only 4 will make it. Is it going to be... I mean, we don't exactly know, not until later on officially. But yeah, I mean, we started things off with the Alula Club, Meta Guild, Huge and Oblivion, Team Star Magic, SKAERI, KALIX, ELUNARI ESPORTS, Elevate, and Elite Ascend. And projected to be Callie, it's going to be TSM, Elevate alongside Alula Club, and maybe ELUNARI or Elite Ascend later on that will be making it to the playoffs.
I'm looking at that second game for today. That's actually how you'll know who'll end up with that playoff spot for Group B. ELUNARI ESPORTS and Elite Ascend, both standing at 1 match win and 1 match loss. And both standing at, same game wins. They only got 2 maps each off of the last games that they played. Now, whoever wins that series, whether it be a 2-1 or a 2-0, will end up joining Elevate to play to the group stage, from the group stage to the playoffs, where it will be a best of 5 double elimination. Now, on Group A, Alula Club and Team Star Magic, they are at the top. But for SKAERI, they got 1 more game today, and they're going up against Alula. And you have to win in order for you to defeat Team Star Magic in the top 2.
Yeah, I mean, TSM on a process for the matchup that they had up against Alula, they were able to put down Alula in that search and destroy Tunisia, and that shocked everyone, and that really somewhat, solidified TSM, and that forces, SKAERI to really get that series win if ever they want to overtake that series spot. So, hey, I love to see it. There's going to be all stakes, all up high. Kali, last day of the group stage, man, and I just want to take this time as well. And I'm not saying goodbye to you and farewell, Kali, but I feel like it's going to be taking a bit of time for us to see each other as well on the commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, I think everyone pretty much knows Kali. Well, Mr. Kali's going to be competing in the CDM alongside with OUG, and he's going to be in China, so I'll miss you, man.
I don't know when I'll be back, but I know for sure he's going to kick it. He's going to kick ass in the mic in GSI and all of the tournaments we'll have this year. It's gonna be quite sad to not be able to do a Garena broadcast. After all, man, I've been casting Garena since Garena Masters 1. I have not missed any Garena Masters season. So maybe they could throw in one day. Maybe one day while I'm in China, I could go through VPN. I can turbo myself. Don't worry, I'll find a way. But yeah, this is going to be the final day of the group stage, and also the final day for me, the broadcast team here in the production for Garena Masters 10, and it's going to be a fun one because we are going to be dictating the fate of a couple of teams that will look to try to advance to the playoffs here, Warden. And our first game is about to load in. What are your expectations?
Well, hey, let's just kick it on. For this squads overall, it seems to be pretty promising, but much more over for the set of Elevate. Saban KALIX, they don't really got anything here to claim. It's just all about, probably bragging rights if ever they do take a map away from the set of Elevate. But Saban KALIX, we all know, and they all know, that Elevate's not here to mess around with. Seedings matters the most, and you can't really afford to drop a map, especially if you want to solidify and cement yourself here on this group B. So, hey, let's kick it on.
Okay, SVT KALIX, they had multiple times. They had multiple attempts to actually win games, but they always end up choking the end. So it's hard. It's hard for them. It's hard to cheer for SVT KALIX, but it's also still okay because they've shown promises that they could hang on up against the teams on their group. It's just that, the quality that they have, the experience is totally not there. And the only way for that to be fixed is more repetitions in scrims and in tournaments. So if you're SVT KALIX, you already made it here to the group stage, you already made it to Garena Masters, you're technically considered pros now. So what you gotta do next is just continue the grind, and you'll see through. Progress will always be progress, even if it's going to be 0.01%. Just gotta have to get through it together with your team. But yeah, talking about Elevate from that yesterday's match, it wasn't the usual suspects of Yopi as well as PJ. You saw Kalo get the MVP. You had Kendi getting the MVP. Everybody looks like they're revived back into the game and are hungry to actually dominate. So I feel like that's such a great thing to know, because that means Alula will have a shot, a run for their money, since Elevate are going to be coming in for their throat come the playoffs time.
Yeah, the biggest test that Elevate has in line here has been protected ever since, when the roster got announced. Alula, Already Esports, formerly known as Alula Esports, the acquisition of Lucas is a very big statement. It was roaring, scoring all around the community, and there was a lot of speculation. With Lucas now on board, last year's Garena Masters, they didn't have no Lucas they had Reef, and now you put in the number one, not just the number one team but player in Brazil, but more so arguably the number one player overall in the world in regards to just individuality. It seems to solidify the fate of Alula even more here for this run for Garena Masters. But hey, it's a brand new year, it's a brand new season, and anything can truly happen, Calix.
Anything can truly happen. Alula, they may be the champions of last season, but the championship here for Garena Masters 10, it's a toss-up between them, Elevate, Team Star Magic, and whoever will be the fourth team to actually join us to the playoffs. And we'll be able to decide that here for today. And now that we're talking about Alula, Lucas has always been, the frequent talk, right? He's the elephant in the room. But nobody really talks about how FDX transitioned from a main sniper to even, a proactive respawn player using that SMG and becoming that entry in that search and destroy for some time with Clove as his backup. It's really refreshing to see, the talent, the quality of FDX during the course of the eras that he was able to provide for Blacklist International Ultimate, Tyrant Gaming, Stalwart Esports, Powerhouse International Ultimate, and now here in Alula. So yeah, evolution is everything, and in order for you to survive, you have to adapt. and FDX definitely will be that guy. But enough of that talk, we move on. We find ourselves into our first game of the day as we load it up. Elevate won the 2024 World Championship. We'll go up against SVT KALIX, a team that, are still on the rise. Nobody really expected them to be here, but they did win the Garena Masters 10 qualifiers along with 7 more teams. So now it's all about bringing the A game. You're moving on, and we're entering Hardpoint takeoff.
Yeah, let's get it. Hardpoint takeoff we go. Pretty simple map. I mean, again, you don't really want to neglect this map away from the set of Elevate. I mean, these guys are truly well familiar on the terrain and how you got to play this one through. As we get to see already the gameplay out, it's going to be KALIX and now Elevate. Here, the red rebound. We go. Hardpoint number 1 is going to be opening up here. Let's see who can take the prize we get.
Okay. Early off opportunity here for I'm not scared. This is Elevate on the right side of the map. Right side on your screen. We got SVT KALIX on the left side of the screen. So anyways, P1, tons of high ground, verticality into play, and open for vulnerability from the marksman. That is going to be the play here. Susano already has early 2 kills, and he's matching up with another marksman in the other side of the squad. So it's going to be a nice way for SVT KALIX to absolutely see how they play up against the world's very best in Hardpoint. And at the moment, they're keeping track of the points, keeping it very scrappy. But now for Elevate, the kills are coming through now. Players are warmed up, and they got a sizable lead moving on to P2.
I mean, if there's going to be any keys to victory here for me, especially against a team like Elevate, you just want to make sure that these dry hills will just come into contention from your side. You don't give off 3 points for the set of Elevate, and till then, once you're able to build up those operators, try to make a team push. That's it. That's the only way to take it all down so far. Or maybe get the early rotation. That is something that KALIX is doing right now, and they do get back to his control. And it's going to be Elevate here, force down, push out towards doubles alongside ticket side, and they're just going to be able to swarm and overwhelm the players of KALIX.
Also, Sano, beautiful kill there, just to flip the spawn over. Look at that. P2, you always want to have the left side of the map as well as take control of the stadium. So that your opponent actually spawn up towards the top side of the map, and that is such a far walk away from the hill. And as Elevate, they are going to be converting a couple of these kills with their operators, and Susano's going to clear down the point, and that's going to grant him multiple score streaks heading into P3, and Elevate starting to ramp it all up. KALIX cannot escape from that Narnia spawn, and they're getting punished for it. Elevate with more than 40 points with the lead.
It's a very monumental change here for the set of Elevate, and this is just what the problem is. When you go against a team like them, you're able to scrape off that money hill, scrape off the scrap time as well, win the gunfights in the process, and just build up those operator skills. So what's the worst thing that could happen? Well, go against a 4-squad push out here with 4 operators available for the set of Elevate. That's going to be the War Machine, the Equalizer, and the Tempest out. Halos find himself inside. Ian Zico out. The Tempest connects with Kennedy, finding Fen away. And it's going to be Elevate once again, getting the first initial time inside of the hill.
Oh boy. It is going to be Kalo again, trying to stick up with the EMP system. That's going to be the play here, Warden. And as we may know, for Elevate, the gunfights are going to clear it all up for them. Everybody with double-digit kills. Nobody really, even at 10 kills here for SVT KALIX, except for Zico, who now finally gets a 3-piece with that War Machine. So it took them quite some time to win it mechanically, and that's been the trouble for KALIX in the first 2 hard points. But here they are going, slamming that next 30 seconds off this P3, and actually do score out some points here.
Yeah, I mean, everything has been written down ever since the start of the game. Elevate already on the march for the 100-point mark. 5 more points to claim. Take it all the way. Elevate, they for sure. 101 and 29. They beat the rotations out from the hands of KALIX as well on this P4. There's going to be 3 players here spawning from the front side, while the rest of the crew from the set of Elevate doing the best that they are, backing up the hill.
How many kills does Candy have right now? I feel like he's freaking up. He's using an SMG right now at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Or that could be a Razorback, or who knows what's happening at this game. SVT KALIX will have the spawn for this one. P4 about to be flipped over by Kalo, who's trying to work up that flank. And his teammates are definitely slamming through. They're feeling the pressure inside of that hill. And a couple of guys are going to spawn out and lose out their gunfights. And Kendi Seems like he'll be here with a switchblade. I mean, I don't understand how this guy when in fact he's managed to play that AR for a very long time, but he's gonna try it out. And look at him showing off. Yeah, I can do it with the switchblade too, and now he's bringing out the Tempest. Quick 2 kills for him. Elevate 112 points now.
This switched up the gun rolls here, man. Yopi's playing on the AR, and he has Kendi's War Machine on his hands. No wonder there was a bit of a toss-up, but hey, doesn't matter. 57 down to 114 we go. That machine's going to be coming through here from Seta Sasano as the Hardpoint number 1 is going to be opening up. It's going to be a 50-point lead. Not bad, not too shabby. I mean, all it's going to take is one good money hill, and you're right back inside of the game. Savannah Calix.
Friendly hunter killer drone deployed. Hardpoint is ours.
He's definitely trying to put up some attack here, Warden.
Pushing in so far. Game continues and it ensues. 120 now to 60. It's going to be a 60-point lead here for the set of Elevate. The Red Rebellion strikes again. And it doesn't matter if the spawns is going to be split all over the place. Savannah Calix, I mean, they can't get closer inside of the hill here, man. Elevate. 20 more seconds here for the speed 1. Yopi from the top side, not doing too shabby at all with his AR. In fact, he goes on a 5 spree continuously. Enormous plays from the set of Yopi. And just like that, 10 seconds remaining inside of the hill. Elevate, they still take the scrap time. Again, moving over. D2's now going to be opening up. And this time around, it is going to be the players of Elevate now going to be able to get the early rotation here on speed number 2. Opening things up. Halo is going to be the only player in this lobby that has his operator. Equalizer can pop out here anytime soon as the rest of the players from the side of Savannah Calix will be hitting it down from Narnia. Spraying on by, Sasano gets taken down. They do deal with the first reinforcement here from the front side and make it the second as well. Moment of opportunity for the side of players of Savannah Calix to get the break inside of the hill.
Okay, here we go. 66-149. There's still a chance for Calix to absolutely turn this down and actually keep this game very close. So, yeah, they got the unfavorable spawn still, but the fights are being won inside of the point here much consistently. Until I said that, Ben was on a 3 spree and then immediately got turned away by PJ, who's running with that Fennec. 34 kills to his name already. And what are the odds of PJ scoring 50 in this game? He only needs 50 more to actually do that. So expect that the king himself will try to prove his worth and try to put off a bit more damage to Calix in this matchup. Candy and the crew absolutely gonna be late on rotation, but that's all they want to have in this matchup. They want to try to hit that late just to have a lot of these players to go up in bunches. And P3 opening up here, and PJ is gonna lead the pack. That's the first kill inside the pit, and whoa, Calix will have the claw. Let's see how this holds up, Warden.
You know, if you want to go back to memory lane, Callie, you go to PG Gaming on Facebook, look at his own personal page, and he has a highlight against EZR Bookie playing the Fennec on this map of Takeoff. That was years ago. So it does bring back a lot of memories here as you get to see it is the same old story and how it went down on that video. And in this moment of time, it's still dominance coming through from this Elevate squad in the same old map, in the same old fashion. 98 to 186. A momentary break will begin for the set of Savannah Calix, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It's a massacre now. You saw Candy just really lighting things up on that kill feed. 31 kills to his name. Pretty strong showcase for him, despite not being a main SMG guy, but there he is. He's gonna storm the front. And PJ, I think he's the only one actually taking this seriously. Yes, he may have the Fennec Ascended in his hands, but that's one of the faster weapons and more versatile close-range weapon to have. Picking up that EMP system activated. It's continuing to bring these players down on an 8th spree. Predator missile, whoo, I'm not gonna connect. But he's here to kill. He's on the hunt. And his teammates are actually picking up all the kills that he's seeing. Now he has to call dibs. He's gotta kill this guy in the tower, and there he goes. That's the 9th kill for him. We might be seeing a 10th spree. Can we see it? Oh. Yeah, he's solo challenging that. Wow. Solo challenging a triple chow. Yeah, that's the king himself. 46 kills to his name, Warden.
Yeah, King PJ is out. Yopi's going to be coming through now here with a War Machine. Pushing now here on his mid-map. Really finding the angle to get the connection, but another EMP gets dropped. I think there was like 4 EMPs in total inside of this game. Elevate. I mean, they can just end it off on towards the next hill here. We're just looking at the pace in. 227 to 103. Cali, call it a day for Savannah Calix.
Okay, here we go, Calix. It's time for you to hold it down. Elevate are now on the run to put this game to an end. You may have scored 103 points, but the amount of dominance Elevate showcased in this match is inevitable. More than 4 EMP systems were invested, and you got absolutely annihilated. And Elevate will not continue to give you mercy. They would like to put an end and put this game to S&D, where you're gonna be put to the test once again. Susano is looking to try to get that 50 bomb here as well, as he's got 46. 4 more kills for him. And this game is looking like it's gonna be prolonged. So many smokes at the moment, and I don't think we will be seeing this game end just yet, Warden.
Well, I mean, hey, there's still going to be enough time for them to close this one out. Lars, it's a double right there, but it's going to be a massive clearance here that will be given for the side of Elevate, and they own the thin air. They've taken the climb and turned it into the crown. Veering down the banners, can they close the ground? Or another wave of contention from the side of KALIX. They prolong this game to another hardpoint run. KALIX has to play this game for like what? Perfection for the next 4 hills. 5 points remaining here for the set of Elevate, but if you take a look at the map, they're nowhere to be found.
They're toying with him. They're playing with him. They want everybody with 50 kills. I think that's the goal before ending this game. But they do finally step it out.
Oh,
SVT KALIX are going to try to contest it as much as they can. And how long could you endure Elevate's rush? Candy's going to fall out. They're going to run away from the point. Look at that. They don't want to end it yet. 3 guys with 50 plus kills. Elevate's dominance
Stop heading.
seen in that map number 1. And the other guys had 40.
Was that as blatant as Giannis Antetokounmpo throwing a lob to himself and getting his own rebound? Probably, maybe not. But
yeah,
hey, it could be KALIX showing some wonders on Hardpoint. I mean, we did see that one play out against Elite Ascend, but hey, you know, there was a lot of opportunities where Elevate could have just ended it, but they went for those extension. They got those kills. I mean, we were projecting PJ to get the most amount of kills, but no, it was Yopi with 60 eliminations to his name. But this is one of the most rare occurrences where you are going to be seeing Yopi less than double digit on the hill time.
That's crazy. He's the AR. Hey, give him some slack. He's the AR.
Just not with nothing.
He's the AR. Look at Kalo. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Clock. Bro was having a time.
We might be laughing.
What?
But this might just be the new system for Elevate.
Oh no. It is the new system. This is 100 steps backward to what they have back in the days. But you know what the difference on the scoreline here? You want to talk about stats, Warden? You want to talk about kills? Your boys from Elevate had 253 kills. SVT KALIX had 136. That's 117 kills added into Elevate's advantage.
Kelly, one of the first times that I've seen a perfect impact rating of 200, by the way.
Yep, I think we had one yesterday.
Do we? It was no, it was 199.
I could be wrong.
It was 199. Yeah, this one right here is the first for 200. That's just, hey, you get 60 kills, Yopi, on 193 impact rating. I'll get myself 44 with 200 and 3 minutes and 56 seconds inside of the hill time. I kid you not. Kalo's gonna be the MVP.
Oh my God, Kalo's got 236 seconds out of 250. He's got, you know, he was missing 14 seconds. That would have been a perfect game for the OBJ Super Soaker.
Oh,
hey, how did you? Why are you giving BJ the MVP? It should be Kalo. Oh, give my goat Kalo a break. But BJ definitely was racking it up. Skills were enormous, ginormous. Panicking his hands on a takeoff map that requires majority of the fights to be mid-range when you're outside of these hills. He made light work off of SVT KALIX.
You know, Kali, when you have this type of team of Elevate, you know, any statisticians would be hot. It would be somewhat dumbfounded and exactly like, you know, who's going to be the MVP, because everyone is playing out. Everyone's doing their job respectively well. Yes, COP wasn't really involved inside of the hill. Yes, Susano wasn't there as well, but they were able to get the kills around the parameter that made, you know, somewhat Kalo's lives easier as well. And it was, you know, the whole team dynamics is just something that, you know, I don't even got to say anymore. You guys got to see it. They just played absolute masterclass performance here on the Hardpoint takeoff.
Yeah, takeoff where it's the opposite of the Olea strat. Nobody was, everybody was protect one basket, right? 4 guys outside of the point, 1 guy inside the hill. And that was Kalo with 236 seconds on that map, number 1. Gotta be the all-time record for most points inside the OBJ here in Garena. Truly breaking records here is Kalo. And we talk about it. I mean, I think this is what you would have to expect for Elevate and the asserting dominance part of this segment of the show. Because SPT KALIX are nowhere near the quality of Elevate. And that's the reality in that Hardpoint. Elevate has been proven and tested. You're talking about KALIX. It's their very first Garena Masters run. But hey, finally we get to see Elevate play Tunisia. So that will be very fun to watch. So SPT KALIX, what do you have in store for this map that will be coming up ahead? Elevate loves this map. But this was the only map that they lost in that 2024 season up against Changed World. They were undefeated except that Changed World win in this map number 2 that we'll be playing up against. And I know it's been 2 years. Yes, I don't forget. I'm a walking encyclopedia, but Elevate definitely, this is their favorite map, Warden. Outside of that firing range, this is their go-to map. So you gotta have to make sure you come prepared because you just got an ass whooping on that first map.
Well, let's see if there's going to be any turnarounds. After all, we did kind of project as well that, you know, if there's going to be any game modes that you can take a map away from, it could definitely be Elevate. Defend KALIX, the goal here, I mean, just don't get ransacked. You don't want to get featured in another post from Uchukoi
Esports.
So yeah, better double it down, boys. Double man push here. We are seeing a Type 25 from the side of Zico. Yopi's gonna pick up the scopes. Yopi, the sniper now on Search and Destroy. PJ pushing in as well, finds Calds. Yep, kills after kills, no repercussions, no trades whatsoever. I don't know, he's just able to get away with that. And now all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, Zico's gonna be all alone. 1v3 situation.
Are we just saying that everybody is summoned by Whoopi now? Is that how it is, right? Yesterday was risky. He scored 16 kills with the sniper. Now Yopi trying to get his best Whoopi sniper gameplay to work here. Production, can we look at Yopi in this opening pick? I want to see how this sniper actually works on this attack. Number 1 in yellow. It's gonna be the one to actually peek out first here. He's got an angle on the shadows, so they have peeker's advantage here. And yeah, he's checking out the usual sniper corners. But his life, his spotlight is being taken away by Susano. Yopi, you can't let Susano take most of this fight. You gotta win some.
You gotta agree. Zico here, gonna go for the reshell against Kindi. I don't bro. We're seeing Fenix, we're seeing Type 25s. What era are we in, bro?
You're in season 0. that's what it is. Okay, so Yopi has 1 kill and 2 trophy systems destroyed. We're counting the stats here. Let's see how efficient he really is. He scored 60 with an AR. So that means that could say something. With the sniper in his hands, Yopi is going to be the first pick in that connector. While Kalo's gonna push off that A as we have the AX sec successfully done in an instant. Garena, wait, 20 seconds already done, Warden. 20 seconds, the game is already decided.
Ben all alone with a dream. With a switchblade X9 on its hands. 40 seconds remaining now here. PJ pushing through, and just like that, 0-3 they go.
0-3. And all this in just a span of 1 minute and 30 seconds of this match now. We gotta see something more. SPT KALIX, show us what you got. Come on, if you're gonna do us, if you're gonna lose out a round, you make sure you stack your players in one of the sites, force the gamble and play that attack, and that is how you want to do it. KALIX are in a 4-man defense on the A site. It's an AX sec once again for Elevate. And no matter oh my god.
Yep. Speed run.
No matter what kind of plays.
Guinness Book World Record, man. World Book Record? World Record? Whatever. Calds. Oh! Hallie, look at this. It's a reunion. It's Kalda with Kalo, EJ, Yopi. Right?
Yeah, what does that bring you? WP and Low Kings.
Yeah.
During the Masters Season 1.
Ready up.
With Bulalo.
Bula Lords?
You know what was the most? You know what? Like WPM Low Kings match for me? They were down by 100 points in a Hackney Yard. It was a Hackney Yard domination. They went from look, against M9, 149-150 comeback victory by Elevate. You search it up.
PJ with an
through the
annihilator.
Masters Season 1.
PJ with an annihilator. He was able to push up with that, and he was able to get it done. And well, clearly, they got it.
Halo was
through.
attacking the ace flag. It's a
Got it
triple
simultaneously.
capture, and yeah, Sem9 was getting spawn trap after the triple capture.
Yeah, when there was just a lot of things that happening here, and you know there's a lot of things happening here in this game, guys. We can definitely see it. It's just that
Yeah.
we are so sorry, but we're just not confident with Elevate right now.
Destroy
Yes,
the
it is.
bomb across.
Calds, I mean, totally brings back the days, you know, of Garena Masters. It's been 10 seasons. Let's talk about more iconic players. You know, Jet Pro.
Yep.
Who else? Heaven. You want to talk about OG? You talk about Idra, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Guys.
A lot more, man. I mean, you want to talk about HXS, the Mayo from the set of Venivici? Yeah, that's the definite fact. Like those
Gion?
are OGs.
Gion Mac?
Mac?
we're talking about VVV.
What about MJ, man? I mean, MJ tried to qualify for the Arena Masters
yeah,
come in, but unfortunately, Trentitos didn't make it.
Yeah, Martyr James Barongan. He never fails to, you know, elevate the game. Oh, hold on, a fan 1v1. No.
Okay.
But it's not over yet.
Okay.
Wait, back to the topic. I mean, dude, XDG, Bren, NRX.
Arkisha Aragon.
Dios, Sinag.
Yeah.
Destroy the objective.
NU Anarchy was Philippine champions back in 2021.
The first team, by the way, that was able to take down NRX. You shout out to my boy Bayman.
Bayman is FDX's brother, by the way.
Exactly.
A stream rush on this A site now. We are focusing back just a little bit, just to see what's up. It's a 3v3 situation. Perhaps we're looking for SVT Calix's first round win. I wonder how this one's going. PJ's on a deep lurk. Oh boy. Could we see an execute? Question mark? Question mark?
The bomb has been planted.
There's one guy on the connector side.
Lars is going to be all alone there. Doesn't know that Kazooie is going to be coming from the back. Oh, PJ puts him down. Cal's now here once again. Left in the dust in a 1v3 situation against a crew of Elevate. I mean, Elevate is the definition of aura here, man. Next up, the flick comes through. Chase all by. It's a chase down block, and it's going to be a rejection by Victor PJ Yama.
Oh, Mr. Patrick Segudo with the win there. And that's totally to be expected for Elevate. They love this map a lot. And you got the A execution there, the A split where Kalo, Yopi
Destroy
were
the objective.
just kind of being the anchors on whether they want to attack that zigzag or the A connector, the A main. So you got one more round at this. Yopi's at 3. Candy's at 4. So I guess we could say that you guys are better off sticking to your own roles to come the playoff time. But here we are. I want to see one round for Calix, or Warden's going to go bald.
No, please, no. Anyways, pushing through now here. Fan's going to find Yopi away. It's going to get planted on a B side. PJ is still going to go for Chow.
Oh no.
It's just too easy for him.
What?
He's going to go for a long range
He
fight
smoked
with the
Eagle
Fennec.
Child, the A main, in the mid map.
Explain. What's happening here, Fen? Now here all alone, 1v4, all eyes on you.
Okay. Yes, there you go. It's a 1v3. 24 seconds for Fen. Time to show it off. You signed up for this attack on the green trucks, but hey,
It's not over yet.
it's down for the count, and I'm drowning in my head. Warden,
Yeah.
you gotta wrap this one up. 9-0 all the way on this defense. Elevate are not gonna play defense. They're gonna push through, so you gotta have to wrap this one.
All right, let's get it on. It's going to be a mid split here now. It's going to be a mid push from the set of Elevate. Cal's finds Kalo away. Kendi takes away Cal's. Back and forth trade, but the rest of the players from the set of Savannah Cal's going to be pushing now here on the speed bomb side. Yopi. We're going to get the cut here off the scope. Able to get the rescope down. Back scope connects. Back and forth trades. Kendi as well gets taken out from the back, but PJ already developed a flanked. And that's going to be Zeko and Lars. The last glimmer of hope from the set of Savannah Calix. And they get this one through. Lars checks the tunnel side. They don't really see any players from the set of Elevate now. PJ, no hesitation whatsoever, shuts him down through. And that's now going to be Zeko all alone here on his mid-map. PJ's just going to go for the hunt. It's the Predator chasing down the prey. And it's going to be a 9-0 for the side of Elevate.
I love how Elevate was just laid back. Then you have that one tryhard guy. That's one sweat on your team in that ranked game where he has to get every kill or else he'll be mad. And that's PJ. 15 kills in the search and destroy in just 9 rounds of action. Really impressive how he was able to hunt those kills, even channeling the attack on that mid-map against an AR on top of the balcony. So Elevate, that's a statement. SBT KALIX, that was their final game of the season. Congratulations for making it this far. But your journey ends here at the group stage. But still, you take away 1,000 USD. And the opportunity to play here, it's no embarrassment. You had to go through multiple qualifier rounds to get here, Warden. You have to win 6 maps. You can't afford 2 losses because 2 losses means you're out. And SBT KALIX ended up here at the group stage. And, well, they just ran out of gas.
Yeah, 0-9. I think that's our first egg of the day. Yeah, that's our first donut for Search and Destroy in this Garena Masters broadcast, if I'm not mistaken. And that is brought to you by Elevate the Red Rebellion.
Elevate, you know, still crazy that it's going to be approaching 3 years and still having the same roster. And there's no way for you to beat the chemistry, Warden. The only way for you to beat this kind of team, you have to have great theoretics in terms of understanding the fundamentals of the game and beating them out in Search and Destroy. That was what Q9 did. All they had to know when they were playing at that grand finals is they had to win a summit map, and they did. So for Elevate, their main focus definitely is the Search and Destroy this year. You saw the slums be played out. Elevate PJ was the MVP majority of the time, claiming multiple 13 plus kills. I believe PJ is averaging 14.5 kills per game in the Search and Destroy. That's how efficient he is in this game mode now. That's a scary, Warden, because we never saw PJ become activated in the maps last year. But here, on the first 3 games that they did in the group stage, always the MVP, always the highest skills on his team.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, that's just what you like to see overall in regards to just, you know, player falling down when it mattered the most, especially on the grand finals for the World Championship. And, you know, he has been putting in a lot of reps on Search and Destroy. We get to see it and we definitely feel it. And I can't wait to see what they can offer on the playoffs. I mean, that will be some things up for our for Elevate's run and 7 KALIX's run for the group stage. But the journey gets cut off here for 7 KALIX. Come again, congratulations for 7 KALIX for, you know, having the most impact here. Coming in for you know, just going through the qualifiers and making it here towards the group stage and being, you know, good sports. Playing every single game here for the group stage. And for the set of Elevate, see you at the playoffs, man.
See you at the playoffs, number 1 seed. They're going up against Team Star Magic, if I'm not mistaken, in the first game of the playoffs, while Alula will be fighting the determined winner between Elite Ascend up against ELUNARI eSports in the coming game that we'll have, which is going to be match number 2, Warden. So that's what's going to be the main topic point here. Apart from Alula Lucasen, obviously map number 3, match number 3 for the day, you'll have a game that really matters a lot at the Group B. Whoever wins it takes the playoff spot and gets another chance at increasing their prize pool, and not only that, their odds of advancing to a grand finals.
Yep, definitely. And I can't wait to see how this one's going to play out even more later on. But up next, we do have Elite Ascend and ELUNARI eSports. This is going to be a do or die for these 2 players. I mean, regardless, they have been able to solidify themselves already for the qualification for GSI. But you don't want your journey to get cut off early as well. You want to make it to the playoffs. And that this series here will dictate a lot on who's going to make it alongside with Elevate for their respective group of B to go towards the playoffs. But with that being said, guys, this is Garena Masters 10 weaving the legacy. We're gonna have a short break. We'll be right back, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at Garena Masters 10, Living the Legacy. We're back for our second game of the day, Warden. We have a battle for the second spot in Group B. Winner will be advancing to the playoffs to join Alula and Elevate. So there's a lot of stakes in this game, and they gotta have to prepare for it.
Gotcha. Callie, off broadcast here, actually, off during the break there, actually had a conversation with MJ, and really, Warden. We're going to have a team that will be competing for GEP, and he revealed me all the roster, but he told me to keep it as a teaser, and his next teammate is going to be Vanlu that he confirmed. So MJ and Vanlu is going to be having a team, and then there's going to be some other OG players that they're just going to bring back for good old sake, old sake. So, hey, I'm excited to see MJ, what you guys can offer. I mean, if you talk about MJ, this guy is a slayer in the collegiate scene, and he was one of the first pioneers in the competition. So much love to you, Arthur James.
I'm Arthur James. GEP, by the way, for those who don't know, GEP is Garena Elite Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be the Battle Royale segment for this coming quarter ahead.
There's multiplayer as well, Callie.
There's multiplayer there as well. So it's Battle Royale, multiplayer, 40,000 USD prize pool. But we're not going to talk about that no more, right? But that is something to expect for you to register if you are from the Garena side, because that means you have a chance to play a grand finals LAN for multiplayer and Battle Royale. And not normally you do get to have that, not for the past 2 years of Garena, right? The last time we had LAN was a major LAN for everyone was 2022. If I'm not mistaken, Garena Masters 3, Warden.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we did have somewhat of a bit of a LAN as well. We only had 3 teams there, though. That was on Garena Master 7. But in regards to the scale, GM3 was something else, man. But anyways, Callie, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. ELUNARI up against Elite Ascend. This is a do or die situation here between these two squads, man. I mean, whoever wins the series will make it to the next stage of the competition alongside with the TSM, Alula, Elevate, and these two teams.
Okay, here we go. Let's get this game started right now. Winner advances to the playoffs between Elite, Ascend, and ELUNARI Esports. Was what you got heading into this. No is that key player for ELUNARI. He'll be the ones doing majority of the dirty work here for the squad, as well as Sanji. So these two gets going early. It might be in trouble for Elite Ascend.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you barely get to see a lot of teams snowball on the first initial hill itself, but if ever it does, then it could definitely bite you down in the long run. For the time being here, no, both teams having their own fair share of gunfights, but prominently around the vicinity instead of the hill. Elite Ascent does have better control.
Better control indeed. It's such a scrappy fight that you're gonna have to expect here on this P1, but Elite Ascent has shown that they're ready for the smoke. Everybody's just attacking that hill. They don't care about the map control, which is kind of alarming, as you would say, but with all the gunfights that they have won, it has to look pretty solid for them. Rafi's gonna find himself another couple of kills there, and Elite Ascent will have a +10 on the number count, on the points here in this Hardpoint as we enter P2.
So about it, better read here so far from the set of Elite Ascend, but there's going to be a 4-man push here from the ticket side. Player 1, Lexa, tries to cut them off, but only good for 1 elimination. But going to worry about Passive as well, looking for the long way, wrap around flank. But for the time being, though, instead of the hill, it is going to be the players of ELUNARI East. We're soaking the Hardpoint, seemingly not until it's going to be dried out. And Elite Ascend, for some odd reason, still going to be able to get the break inside of the hill as Sev develops to the flank. Now he's going to be taking things out here on the front side, taking point, and he's going to be able to find a force 3 to put down the players of ELUNARI.
ELUNARI Esports Sev has a Predator missile there, man. Look at his dominance that we're seeing from them. Just so ready to fight and win this game at the moment. And ELUNARI, I mean, their main problem is that they're not getting the flip of the spawn, right? If you want to play this, you want to have the left side of the minimap. And that's actually where they're kind of gifted in these last 30 seconds. They're gonna have to fight their way back in this game. They need to get that last 13 seconds on this P2 while also thinking bigger picture and setting up for that next hill rotation. Get this play here for Hades. They're gonna stop that push so far. A couple of damage players that Snow will pick up, and there you go. That's 28 points that you got here currently in the early rotation onto New. So you're setting your team up for success in this coming hill ahead.
Gonna play this craft early here if you are Illinary, but so far Elite Ascend, they might just be the ones piecing off the scrap time here if ever they come off late for the break here for the speed number 3 as it opens up. The players of Illinary look to be solidified, but the big push from the backside, doubles in control, back Jenny's no problem from the side of Elite Ascend. And they should be able to remain intact on the driver's seat, but no, Sanju whips out the that machine, Swag's gotta be out with an equalizer, and the claw will be coming through as well from Zyro. 3 ops out, should be definition from the side of Illinary.
Hardpoint lost.
ELUNARI Esports now finally able to lock it in once again. Beautiful play here for Seb. Trying to streak it up on their killer drone in just one more point of action. Oh boy! When will the onslaught stop for the man named Seb? Got more momentum than that kill right there to bring Elite Ascend the lead in this P3. Running it over until Seb showed up.
Yeah, pretty costly heal though from each end. I mean, 2 ops was whipped out there from the set of Elite Ascend, 3 from the set of Illinary, and hey, I mean, fortunately for the set of Elite Ascend, they were able to break away and put themselves on a 19-point lead as it extends further even more. The Hardpoint opens up on his P4, Elite Ascend. They got 3 players inside of the hill, 1-man push here from the back Jennies, 3-man push here from the seaside, and they're just winning the gunfights here from left, right, back, front, center.
Rafi, I mean, Elite Ascend is starting to pick it all up, right? Look at the gunfights. There's more EMP systems and Predator missile built here by Elite Ascend over the course of this first hardcore rotation, but Illinary are just kind of fighting their way here with just raw mechanical skills. You've seen a couple of great operator investment from them, but nothing out of their core streaks were able to build up to find good value. So Elite Ascend definitely will have that lead, a safety net just in case this next 20 seconds go out of their favor. KALIX is starting to heat up here real quick. Something to watch out for. If Illinary do want to win this game, KALIX is going to be that guy to try to will themselves back in this game along with Snow.
Great massive footing here from the set of Elite Ascend as they haven't been able to just play games all scrappy. Always continuously putting themselves into the mixture and just throwing their bodies all across the board, ensuring that the players of Illinary Esports don't get no free points though. But now we hit the deck, back to P1 they go. So far, no sides at all will be given for the set of Illinary Esports. It's going to be Elite Ascend coming in from left to the right, and they hop in inside of the hill and they get the break once again.
Oh, the break is essential here for Elite Ascend. Just to stop Illinary from picking up all the momentum here. Look at Hades again, take over for this past 2 hill and a half. And something to watch out definitely is Illinary in this coming late games ahead. Elite Ascend may have that lead, but you know, more off the position, the authority around that point is getting soaked up by Illinary. But can't respect it, right? Seb has 31 kills on the other side. Elite Ascend definitely working off of it. You're kind of waiting for Lexa and Pacify to actually pick up in terms of the kill department, because right now Seb has just been doing majority of the carry work just to help Elite Ascend gain a marginal lead. Now we're moving on to P2 with only 8 seconds remaining on the scrap. And Elite Ascend, I think the saving grace for them, Warden, was always having the rotation for new. The favorable spawn always grants you the best time to rotate in the hill as much as you can.
Yeah, this game is close as ever, man. This is the clash of the mystical up against the mechanical. Illinary Esports here whipping out 3 operators once again. The last time we were able to see this type of play, we weren't really able to get the max conversion out of it as No leads the War Machine finds 33 to his name. And that should be able to sum things up for just a little bit or so, but the spawns don't flip whatsoever. It's still going to be Illinary Esports here spawning down Narnia with the player Swag with an equalizer. It's going to be enough to probably cement himself for a little bit, but still then Illinary Esports, they're not really getting the most value out of their operators.
Well, the operator is exactly how Elite Ascend was able to run down P3 earlier and why they still got a massive lead. Not really a massive lead, but a marginal lead here in this coming P2 that we're playing. Bit of a scrappy fight now. Illinary has finally woken up from a deep slumber, and look at how things are going for Snow. 34 kills for him, and leading totally the pack in terms of this AR battles. And it's such a nice way to have your AR not just find these kills for you, but also do majority of the work in the hill. This last 5 seconds to rotate out onto new is going to be a massive fight. Illinary are going to be there to rotate early, but this was where Elite Ascend was able to take it over. Seb was that MVP in this bit, so you're kind of expecting him to help his squad actually try to stop this momentum and the run that's being sparked here by Illinary.
Pushing in 118 to 124. Now it's going to be a 6-point lead from set of Elite and Illuminary. They quickly stack up the hill, but no! Gets a slide through in the process. Gets the nade connect as well. And now the rest of the crew from the set of Illinary Esports will be able to hop in and take the lead away from the squad that has been ascending. Elite Ascend now here on the trail.
On the trail, it's rough. You had Yosh absolutely 30'd up here as well for your squad. 41 kills to his name, but Illunary's ability to stack that point and just overwhelm you with their pace is what's really giving it hard for Elite Ascent to win this game now. It's like everything has snowballed and that momentum has continued to carry over hill by hill for Illuminary. They started off slow, but once they had that lead, they have never looked back. Operator available here as well for Illuminary. That's 2 that can be utilized to stop that hold that is being provided by Elite Ascent. Now this early rotate on this P4.
Once it gets snow defrosted, you know the game is going to be hot. No, War Machine once again though, but unfortunately can't really get the value out of it. The clock's going to be coming out here from the side of Zyros as he whips out the net machine as well. 2 ops out for Illuminary, and it's going to be a complete team-wide.
Oh, such a a massive blow to the face of Elite Ascent, because no matter what they throw, there is always an answer for Illuminary in these last 3 hills that they've played. Now you're starting to see some points soaked up in that hill, but how long could you do it? Can you stop that momentum? Seems like they are gonna have a bit of a reset on this P4 as they have the best pawn for this hill, and Pacify with that War Machine is gonna find massive 4 kills, Matt Warden, and that should bring them right back in this game.
To be enough as well. Might just be on the trail for a bit of points, probably sub 5 or so, but hey, hit the reset. Brand new day, a brand new hardpoint, brand new set of hills. We go back to Q1 now here. It's going to be a 4-point lead from the set of Illinary. In this moment of time here on the P1, you're just going to be scrappy. Don't give any 3 points from the contrary, and maybe till then, definitely just stay on, specifically for the set of Illuminary Esports now. But Elite Ascend, this is exactly where they shine at most as well, where the scrappy hills come through. They're able to put their buddies here continuously all over the place. It's a back and forth here on the P1, Cali.
I like where this is going, this game. These 2 teams just refusing to lose and just want to take that playoff spot. Group B action for you. And lives are on the line. Money is on the line, and stakes are never been this high for these 2 squads. Illuminary will maintain that lead for the time being, but Elite Ascent are crawling their way back here. They got this squad right by their neck. But now they're gonna get laid down. ELT Pacify will find 2, and he's slowly ramping up. That's what you want. You want to heat up at the very end where this game gets decided.
187, 176. Fundamental lead here for the set of Illuminary Esports as the game is now nearing to a close out. We open things up now here on this P number 2 with 3 players from each end. You're trying to tussle it out. 1-for-1 trade from the back, 1-for-1 as well from the front. But the operator from the side of Swag should be enough as well for them to get the sense of definition. As Seb hops in, he gets overwhelmed. Lex is going to be all alone here for the set of Elite Ascent. Kate is going to try to wrap around, get denied. The players of Elite Ascent still holding on for dear life.
Oh man, 196 to 180 will be our score here in this battle, and Sanj is gonna bring out that machine, but he's gonna fall down. Elite Ascend are gonna win out the fights with 7, the massive 2 eliminations to spawn Illuminary back at this last set of the minimap. And he's got 55 kills, make that 56. This is not a way for you to end the game just yet, said Elite Ascend. We're here to bring you the jacket as well as the smoke. And Pacify will continue to help this team crawl their way back in. Now we see a lead change with the heroics along with Yosh. Illuminary are now on the back foot.
200 points, 199 for the set of Illuminary. Point a trail, but if you take a look at the map, look at the players of Elite Ascend here, attention to detail. They hold things down from the back, they pushes the players of Illuminary now here on medical side, and that's exactly where you don't want to be in this map of takeoff in this P3, Cali.
Oh, this P3, it's where it's gonna get decided. You need your operators to be the best here. You need to find kills. You need to win this round. But by soaking these points, Illinary are putting so much pressure on Elite Ascend to try to make their way inside the hardpoint. And now, with the way that things are wrapping up, gunfights exchange, and it's Elite Ascend that wins it in this next wave. So hardpoint is gonna be a 50-50 for now.
Very much needed time here for the set of Hades, but a triple stack will be offered by the set of Elite Ascend. Illinary Esports, they don't get blessed with no spawns. RNG's is not on their side. They're going to be on the trail. They look to try to get the possession here for the scrap time once again, and they are able to get it done. But you're going to worry about the rotations now doing new, but Elite Ascend, they tunnel vision for old instead. Tab, going to be the only player there for the set of Elite Ascend. He's holding down there from the top side, but meets the player Hades, and he gets taken down. 221 to 222. Game close as ever.
It's time to find who's the winner of this match. It gets decided here in this P4. Illinary Esports are set to defend the point away from Elite Ascend, and they find a string of luck to take down 2 players. Elite Ascend are trying to send it from the back, and they're gonna find their way inside by flanking and dominating. But it's Hades who holds down the point for Illinary. Now the trades will be won by Elite Ascend, but only for a brief moment. Zyru there, responding back with the 2-piece, brings out the claw and the death machine. Illinary are set to hold this one away from Elite Ascend to snag this victory after a massive comeback. That machine through for Elite Ascend. One more hill to push, and they find a breakthrough with Yosh finding a triple.
Aim can close out here for the set of Illinary if they can get one more break, but time is no longer on their side. Swag hops in, just try to play for the scrap. We go back to a reset, back to P1 here. 243 now to 238. Ellie, last 10 points for the set of Elite Ascend, last 7 for Illinary. Here we go. Hardpoint now here, gonna be opening up. Everyone has to play for their left with a Preddy and the nade connect for the set of Elite Ascend. Illinary on the trail, on the left count. The pressure is on and they get pushed back jetties. And just like that, you can't stop the ascension. Elite Ascend is rise above the knife, but the equalizer comes through from Swag to be the last glimmer of life, but it doesn't matter. Tear down the rafters, tear down the sky. Elite have taken their throne.
They took it at the end. What a comeback for Illinary, but what an even better comeback for Elite Ascend. To throw that one away, it was a waste. So they found ways to put it through together as a team to stack that point and force another hill, make it a 50-50.
My heart. Our heart, Callie. What a game we just saw there. That was definitely too close for comfort for either end. Such a bomber for the side of Illinary. I mean, they had it. They were building up the comeback. They had the hill for themselves, but Elite Ascend took efforts wrapping around. They knew that the hill was locked down, and they strike at the pot where Illinary didn't really have any detail into. Back, a 4-man push offered to flip the spawns. It was enough for Elite Ascend to prolong the game back to Q1, and you get to see the opera just flying through the skies that pacify off with the war machine. Really put up the pressure there. It's Illuminary. What a game of Hardpoint here, Callie.
Live for, you're fighting for the top 2 spot in Group B, Warden. And the way that this one is playing out, you thought that Illinary had it. You thought that they had it. They had 4 guys scoring 50+ kills in this game, and they were heavily outslaying. But Elite Ascend, nothing could beat Yosh and Sev, man. 68 and 69 kills. Accordingly. And they had Lexa 52, but you know who was the game breaker here? Pacify with the War Machine.
Yep.
Every time there was a whole squad stacking for a P2 or for a P4, Pacify's War Machine was always there. And yes, he may not have a lot of points on the time on the hill, but whenever he was on the hill and that War Machine was activated, Illinary wasn't finding much success.
Dude, GG's. Overall, what a game. A big bummer there from the set of Illinary, but gonna move on to the next. Settle it down in the game mode of Search and Destroy. For the time being, no MVP will be Sev from the set of Elite Ascend. 68 kills, 52 deaths, and a 19 assists, and a 9,169 scoreline.
Wow. There's a lot of potential, right? I mean, you go back into this game, you see how this one will look like. You could make a super team out of these 2 squads. I'm sorry for the guys, but you can make a super team out of these 2 squads. Join the best players from each, and you give them a coach, bro, you're looking at a potential star team in the future.
Everyone has potential here inside of this lobby, man. It's just all going to come down to really, figuring out the nooks and crannies of the team. And yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be an absolute reason why either of these two teams deserves to be on the playoffs.
And ELUNARI are now in the brink of elimination. Elite Ascend are sniffing away that map number 2, and if they win that, they advance as the top 2 in Group B, and they're headed directly to the playoffs along with Elevate. But it's not going to be easy just yet. We're heading into a search and destroy, and looking at how ELUNARI esports are playing, there's a high chance that we might see firing range be into play. We will see how this one will go. It's either a Tunisia or a firing range. That's what my gut is telling me.
I feel like it might just be exactly what you call it. It's going to be firing range. So, hey, in dire situation like this, you want to bring out the best map that everybody knows, I guess. That's going to be here in firing range.
Oh, man. Here, it's all about thinking. You need to have a set play. The playbooks that you use to save up, you're going to have to bring that here today and see if you can spot out a couple of loose ends to try to dominate it even better for your squad. It's a matter of possessions. You got 9 rounds to play. You need to string more fundamentals rather than momentum. So there's less luck involved here and more about adaptability. So if you lose 9-0, something's wrong with your team. You need to get a coach. But no shots fired there. This is Elite Ascend and ELUNARI esports. Both squads have showed what they are capable of, and they are equally matched up. That map number 1 should be a way for us to determine that this coming game that we're about to have in this search and destroy firing range is going to be close.
Let's get it. I mean, quite expectedly. I mean, with the first round here, everyone's going to be testing the waters out. No, it's going to be pushing, not just yet. So it's all going to come down to the scopes. You got Kyle here for the set of Elite Ascend. Most given, at least. No's going to be rocking the sniper as well. In mind, though, Illinary, they played this map like Rise, if I'm not mistaken, already. So let's see what kind of bag they can offer here, especially on the offensive side. Well, for the time being, Elite Ascend, they're going to have this 1-1-3 split going on. Pretty classic, methodical hold here, especially if ever it's going to be an A execution. But my days, Cali, sub-minute remaining. No movements, not just yet.
You know what this play is called? It's X-Rock play strat book. You strike after that 1 minute mark, and here they are. It's a full slam at the A site. Lex is gonna find the first blood, so you gotta feel good about that. You got the numbers game. You're playing for a retake position, and Raph is just gonna try to spray it out. Lex, is gonna get tested one more time. He's gonna fall.
It's all up to you now.
And wow, ELUNARI are just down to their last player, Elite Ascend. Fully, completely getting that round on the defense.
You got to play your pacing here. I mean, initially, we were able to see ELUNARI esports play aggressive rounds pretty nicely. Could definitely expect a bit, probably of a shift, as we do get to see now on the map that they seem to be posting up here on towards an A-long push, as it's going to be a 2-1-2 hold here for instead of Elite Ascend. I think going to be alone here on the trailer side. Actually, he's going to have a teammate with him. It's going to be Rappy as well, but Swag finds Kyle in the process already. Early 4v5. Maybe the numbers drop down even more if ever ELUNARI esports goes for the commitment as they go for 1-2. But no, Lexi gets a double before he goes down. Pacify able to take down Snow. Steph brace down, finds Pacify down. And that's going to be Sandy all alone. But Sandy still able to get it done. Quick reactions. Gives up a quick respondent as well for the round itself. 1 for 1 to go.
Oh, man. ELUNARI just responded back quick there with Swag. You know, being the momentary player. Now, you need Snow to actually activate here. Doesn't find his first pick in his first 2 rounds. Oh my god, we just saw how those 2 guys exploded, just popped heads. That nade, essential for Elite Ascend.
Pushing through. Quite heavily. We're going to see it now. Shots after shots here. Elite Ascend is dismantling the players of ELUNARI. Andrew's out. Swag's gonna be all alone with a shotgun on hand and Mapple firing range. There's barely an opportunity he can pull this off. Just draw the distance. Lex is gonna be waiting inside of the site already. As he swings on by, can't do much. Elite Ascend, they take back the lead.
Oh, well. It's going to be a long game. And that first 3 rounds definitely was, you know, a bit of... a lot of variety of attacks happening, right? You saw first round Elite Ascend, a classic gun, first blood. That round number 3 just ended all because of that nade hitting that jungle side. But now ELUNARI gonna change things up here real quick. It's a push towards A. Cal, yep, too bad. That is just a hit mark. But that should give you a chance for Rafi to get some information. But the quick retake on the trailer's side, but only for Pacify to shut down. The explosives from Pacify is just a different ball game, Warden. He's been doing it since that War Machine and that on that Hardpoint takeoff.
Pacify. No battle of marksmen. Want to come down to the better read here. No, doesn't really have any sense of attention on where could Pacify possibly be at. And I feel like Pacify knows exactly where the bomb is as well. If Snow picks it up, he definitely react to it. 55 seconds remaining. They're definitely taking their time here, boy.
See how Pacify does it.
They have the bomb.
Snow's about to clutch this, maybe, perhaps. It's gonna
This is
plant the
tough.
bomb here, Warden. It's gonna be tough because you don't have any idea where Pacify is.
Uh-oh.
Now you do, and you're in a very tough spot. He's got the angle on you, and he's just spamming. Snow do have a close range weapon, but he does not care about that.
It's not over yet.
I can take you on this range with the scope, and there we have Snow clutching up where the team needs him most. He's gonna find a 3rd kill to ice up that game.
Destroy the objective.
Woo.
Acquired.
2 for 2. Coming through now. ELUNARI. Gonna lose the first blood against Kyle there off the scopes. No, looking to get the respawn man here on his mid map, but there's not going to be too much opportunities. Has to be Kyle there to be dealt with on top 10. Lex is going to be posted up there on towards the trailer's side. Alongside with Rafi. Battle of scopes and Snow reacts so quick with it. Down he goes. Now it's going to be the grounds all equalized. A 4v4 here, man.
Snow trying to wield his team a chance to try to win this game, this round. But the first blood is still quite traded. So Elite Ascent, they're going to be playing a 1-1-2 split, right? They want that A side to be the one, be the point of contact. Lex on and off angle. Surely they will not check this. Snow is going to be the front one man, trying to get that angle on that barrel side. Nobody peeking, everybody's showing tons of discipline. And they're probably thinking why there's so much silence around that A side.
Pull back there. Coming from the extension. And Sam's going to be able to get the read as well. It might just be the B-bomb side, but Snow finds one in the process of the mid-map push. Till then, ELUNARI's still going to go for the commitment now. Spike's going to be leading the way. Finds Sab here with his pants down. Lexa finds the trade though, and he's going to be able to find a double best of kills there. From the back, he deals with enough, but hey, this will deny the comeback. Away from the round. ELUNARI pulling away now here. Back on the driver's seat they go.
It really feels new that the first engage will happen
Objectives.
and the rounds wouldn't be decided after 20 seconds. So there's definitely a lot of respect, a lot of preparation being provided on this map by both squads. Kyle and the crew are... Yeah.
It's definitely very loud here, man. Just gonna go for this initial push. Also risky, but able to slip by. And Sanji might have seen him. Look at that pacify though. He's already pushed up there on the tower side. Oh, he can get the kill. Gets tagged. Swag he goes. But Sanji able to get the Punisher. Finds Rappy down. This could be serving an opportunity for them to go for the push on the A side, but they drop things back away once again. And look at the players of Elite Ascend. They're going to be overcommitting towards the rotate.
Oh, no, with another first blood there, Warden. And this guy has finally activated it. And he might be the bane of Elite Ascend and why this map will go to a map number 3. But Kyle, bit of an adjustment here for him with the LW3 Thundera. Shots definitely will be crucial to just keep these numbers equal.
Snow finds Pacify down. 2 to 3 they go. Up here. No. Oh, hits a hit marker, but the follow-up shot finds him down, and now it's going to be Kyle all alone. Doesn't matter. Hades shuts him away. Now going to be a double round lead from the side of Illinary.
2-4 is the score. And Snow definitely being the MVP here. And the only way for you to win this right now, if you're Elite Ascend, is if Raffi, who's got 0 kills, come up alive and activate, Warden. Right now, that SMG is doing no damage at all on the attack, on the defense. Lexa, however, found so much value with this Switchblade, finds the double. That should be it. Elite Ascend should now have the chance to score another round, but they overextended. Might have overcooked this. Still numbers game in their hands.
Okay, go place into your Lexa. You got the first 2 there, but you don't want to feed these guys the kills they need. Pacify's going to go for this auto chow, and he's going to be Hades there with a shotgun. Raise on by. You got to sustain your life, and no. You got up against an HSO. It's going to be a 2v2. Cali once was a 2v5, now it's a 2v2. A round that you can't afford to drop if you were Elite Ascend.
V2 situation again, slowest SD ever in this game. You got the bomb. You're held hostage by Lexa. So Hades, what do you have in store for us? It's a crossfire setup. You made the slide work. Now the information is on for Lexa to convert that into a round win. A bit of blunders here and there to finally get the closeout on that round. That would have been over 20 seconds ago, but they had to just overextend and expose themselves, leave themselves vulnerable to shots. Now we're connecting for ELUNARI Esports. We got one more round before we switch sides.
Definitely too close for comfort here for either end. Can't afford to drop the ball here. All gonna come down to initial picks. Lexa with a switchblade. Throwing a lot of shots here on the mid-map. Not really the most ideal weapon of choice. Roaming around here on his A side like a maniac. And he has been a nuisance so far. Probably one of those factors where you don't really want to push out on the A side. Shoot the Lexa all alone. But now here we go. The push comes to the shove, and Wag finds Rappy. Sanji takes away Lexa, and it's going to be a clear opening here on the A side.
Oh, such a terrible retake attempt now here for Elite Ascend. And an even better one for ELUNARI Esports. There's no way you're just gonna try to just throw this one away, so you gotta have to try. Find your way inside. Maybe utilize SMG, because right now you don't got any breaking moment. Oh, and Snow's gonna pick up 2, wow! Such an off angle to use and such a high angle to play if you're Snow.
Doesn't matter here for Kyle. You can get all the facts that you need. That you can get, but time is in the essence as the bomb detonates. It's going to be ELUNARI Esports drawing things back for another double round lead. 3 to 5, last 4 for the side of ELUNARI as we switch the sides.
objectives. Big bomb acquired.
Here we go. It's time for Elite Ascent to try to give us what attack side strategy you're gonna pull up, right? I mean, ELUNARI, they get the 6th here right now. That's gonna be quite difficult for you to bounce back from. That's 3 away from winning this map. And 3 away from forcing a map number 3. And Snow's been the game changer, Ward. And I tell you that, 11 kills for him. It's non-stop.
Man on the scope is on a mission. Something we can feel here, and it's going to be pretty intimidating to push. Whether bomb side it is. It's going to be the marksman. If it's not going to be Snow, it could be Sanji as he finds the first and the second frag. Coming on by. No doubles it down here on his ace side. He's going to be pushing so extensively. Do they even know? Reddy has his angle as well to catch the cross if Seb decides the wrong move. That could be him next. Cloud and Dusted, but Snow falls back, gets tagged up, stays alive. And now the rest of the players, instead of Elite Ascend, they're going to try to go for the push here on his B side. They're going to meet 2 players on the other end. It's going to be Swag and Hades. 35 seconds. You got to make up your mind if you're Elite Ascend.
They're going to go through. Rafi needs to find something here. He needs to find value. Finally gets his first kill. Swag finally showcasing himself. There will be a total tag team showdown there in Lexa. Along with Rafi, will clear out B. Angle taken by ELUNARI. Not specifically the best angle for ELT to pick at right now. They hear that. Bomb plant over at B.
Bomb has been planted.
And now Zyra's gonna take a chow at this. Hello, sir. Get out. One more guy here, and that's Rafi, and he's gonna fall. ELUNARI Esports gets the 6th round.
Definitely a very breathtaking game here, man.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Each round's going by so slow. You can definitely feel the players sweating bullets. Over now here, round number 10 is going to be opening up. 3-round lead from set of ELUNARI, the largest that we've seen so far in this map of firing range. But Elite Ascend now, they change up the pace, but they meet Sanji. Oh, finds Rafi and Lexa all down. The Tweet's gonna be coming in through up against Snow, but they quadruple it all through. Kyle's gonna be all alone. Left in the dust on the ace side as Sanji leads and paves the way for the players of ELUNARI. One more round, and that's gonna be match point.
I was going to say that first round, as we switched sides, there was so much respect Elite Ascend was throwing into ELUNARI Esports. And that last round played out, and okay, I see why. If it's not Snow, it's Sanji that gets this first blood and put yourself, your squad into a vulnerable spot. 2 rounds back-to-back for ELUNARI on this defense. Long-range assault has been quite the best here for ELUNARI, so you love it. 23 kills combined for Snow and Sanji in this 10 rounds of action.
Shots on by. What an engagement! Oh, Seb, what are you doing? Got it down. He got the kill. He's able to split her back as well. Pushing now here on a barrel side. Sanji's gonna be all alone with a scope on his hand. 563 doesn't matter. Rafi overwhelms him. Now, blink of an eye, on the brink of losing a round. It's gonna be Hades here on a 1v5. Seb shuts him down. Elite Ascend finally to break the momentum.
Took them quite some time to get it through. But in order for this comeback to happen, Rafi would need to move mountains. Bring this team right back with that close range assault. Put some pressure on this close range gunfights, and you are there. Along with ELUNARI, but there's still guarantee that will happen. So you try your way around this game. This firing range search and destroy. It's truly been something. You see teams like Elevate, you see teams like Alula. The round ends after 1 minute between these two squads. First blood engagements happens at the first 20 seconds. And the rounds does not get finished at the 1 minute mark. But look at where this one is happening. Look at Sanji right now. He's a monkey. He's on the top of the scout tower. So anybody who likes to dry peek that wood wall up top, they're a gunner.
So actually patiently waiting here on the trailer side. Get his backs down here. No sense of engagements. What's going to be happening here? Look at the players of Elite Descent. They're going to be posting up there on the wooden side, but they're piecing off the bullets of Illinary. Oh, Sanji leads the first kill. Larry gets the second. Able to get a respondent for one, but a food for three trade. It's not really what you want to see in this type of business. Rafi and Pacify is now going to be all alone. The bomb is going to be on their hands, though, but you only got 30 seconds left, and the option there is you either go for the push on the A side and meet the two players of Illinary, or that Rogue, Wolf, Hades on the B bomb side, which looking like they provide the better answer. To get the bomb site for themselves, the time extension will be granted. The bomb should be thickened, but no. Player 5, Sanji's not going to waste time. The bomb gets dropped. Pacify's all alone. It doesn't matter for Sanji. Oh my god, what is this guy on?
It's the great combo that Elunari has. Snow and Sanji, 27 kills now. That's the main difference of this game. The mid-range and long-range assault cannot be dealt by Elite Ascend at all costs. I mean, you got 7 Lexa, but apart from that, Rafi has 3 kills. And Rafi was a substitute for Yosh. Yosh scored big on that hard point. Not so sure why he had to give his role on this S&D to Rafi.
Oh my god.
Dropping the ball, and my man, Snow with another 2-piece before going down.
It's over.
And that might be it. Round number 13 might be over. Map number 3 is loading up next. It's over for Rafi. Get the hell out of here. Elunari map number 3. Snow and Sanji. The name of the game of that firing range S&D, it was a slow burn. But the longer the rounds were taking, the higher the odds of the snipers were punishing the boys of ELT.
You know, if you watch a lot of CDM, a lot of teams, some teams do fall into the same trap there. You don't want to take your time too much playing off picks when you know for a fact that the core of the opposition is the marksman. You give more time, that's going to be more opportunities for them to shine at most. That's what exactly happened there, Calix.
I like it. I like it that ELUNARI esports are not backing away from a fight, and they're facing elimination, so pressure was sky high for them. You want to be at the group stage. You don't want to be at the group stage. You want to be able to play playoffs, because playoffs means you're automatically getting a top 4 finish. You know for sure what a top 4 finish is. That's way higher money, way higher ranking, and way better chances of giving your team momentum heading over in Garena Summer Invitationals 2026. Now, these two teams most definitely will be invited to Garena Summer Invitationals, but you would want to have more chances of playing. The higher the reps, the better competition you would get, and the more experience you'll be obtaining. Getting a playoff spot is different to playing a group stage, Warden, and both these squads are definitely hungry for a chance to book a ticket to the next stage of the competition.
Well, it's still going to be a long road ahead. You got through Search and Destroy. Can you go through Control? I mean, go back to another response run of a game mode, but for the time being, nope. MVP from the side of the Search and Destroy firing range is going to be Sanji with 18 kills, 7 that's in it, 2 assists, and a 2,250 scoreline.
Sanji was one of the staple players that you'd have in the collegiate scene. If I'm not mistaken, he was part of your PVO Dean squad in one of the local tournaments here in the Philippines. And what does it feel like working with this guy?
He's probably the most committed one out there. I remember back then, we were down control 0-2, and it was in a map of raid, right? And I was there on the front of the stage, and I was like, what is happening? You know, this is the last final game to either book us a ticket to the national stage or not. And I looked at Sanji and I screamed at him, like, get your beep together. And then he just screamed at me back saying, ah! And then, bro, he went Super Saiyan. And yeah, that's Sanji right there, you know. Once you get the momentum, once you motivate him, he gets the job done pretty well.
Okay, now we get to see map number 3. Control Crossroads is where we at. What do you think?
I'm kind of, well, regarding any sense of biasness, we've seen the marksman shine on that firing range, and I feel like if there's going to be any map in the Control rule set right now, this is the perfect map here for Angie and Snow to run things down. For the side of Elite Ascent, I mean, they have to rely on their SMG prowess. You gotta admit it, man. Lexa has been slaying it out here from the front side, and if ever he could create the space alongside with his sub duo, well, maybe we could definitely see them run this one through. But I truly believe in some way, you know, if you put it on the right formation, the snipers and the marksmen can definitely absolutely dominate this map.
Sanji Snow, those duo could be the detriment here. There's a high chance, absolutely, for operators to be ballistic in this map. Whenever you have the high ground on the defense and you take on the platform where it's right near the cargo, so that means that's where you're kind of going in for the spawn trap, but you're just waiting and camping and utilizing your explosives, your claw, your equalizer up until they come up on top and, you know, fight you with the massive disadvantage. So this is gonna be a great fight for both squads, and I hope there's no regret. You're heading into map 3 now, and this is who we will see. The winner of this we will be seeing in the playoffs.
Gotcha. Well, let's see who can take this one down. Kali, this is it, man. This is it. Here we go. Get it done. ELUNARI, Esports, Elite Ascent, tied up for the series. A do or die situation here in this Crossroads Control. Whoever wins will advance to the playoff.
Here we go, first blood. Shots being fired now, and you want to be able to be joining Elevate as you go into the playoffs. It's going to be nice for you to have that experience. Not anybody can get through that. From hundreds of teams, only top 4 will make it to the next stage, and one of these guys will have to go and one will have to be leaving.
Pushing in here, we do get to see a lot of traction here from E-Box alongside tag side. No, I mean, could be in the B control point per se. And really, I mean, they're just exposing themselves here from the front here, and you don't have top side control, you're most likely going to get feasted on and get to see, hence why there is going to be that early lead of dominance from the side of ELUNARI Esports in regards to the life count.
Here we go. Swag and the crew. +4 life count here, Warden. ELT is definitely absolutely, really having it rough on the attack side right now. They need to pause the clock. You need to do some time in the hill.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what was the attention for Elite Ascent to just simultaneously just push up now, but finally when they are able to put themselves around at a control point, you are seeing that they are able to close out the distance in regards to the life count here for just a little bit. But now, moving over, get to see. It's now going to be 11-7. ELUNARI Esports. Going to be all the lead for this one. Elite Ascent, they get stopped for another run for the objective point, and it's not even going to come down to the time anymore. I mean, the time, it's just going to come down to the life count. 5 remaining. It's still going to be doable, though. If you're ELUNARI Esports, you can't afford to get complacent. You just have to push them back away. Gotta read where they want to go for the push out, and that A control point will be the answer for them. But it doesn't matter. 2v5. They put themselves on the B control point. Rafi's gonna be all alone, surrounded by the players of ELUNARI Esports. Ace gets cooked. Lexa finds Snow, and it's now gonna be Lexa with a Tempest all alone here to go for the dream. He finds one, but Swag took them down. That's gonna be the first round here for the side of ELUNARI.
They got operators waiting for this next round. So now it's starting to feel good for ELUNARI Esports, but the challenge is getting through the first 5 kills on this wave up ahead.
Watch out!
Now you're seeing, not just Hades and Sanji Snow doing majority of the work. Zyru as well as Swag, man, combining for 18 kills on that first round. You gotta have to feel amazing if you're ELUNARI Esports. Meanwhile, for Elite Ascent, Rafi still going to be playing here. Still missing out on Yosh. Not sure why he is playing after that assault on bombardments of attack that led to Elite Ascent winning the map number 1. Now he's missing in action. So ELUNARI, it's time to go ham. Punishing through. That's a big life count lead. Despite on the attack, they are going in for the killing blow. Operators are now being invested. Swag and Hades Tempest and the equalizer.
Uh-oh.
Waiting for the spawns to happen. No shots fired, no value out of it. But they got a couple of more to burn. This time it's the Death Machine and the Claw. And they really want to extend this life count. They really want to force the hurt onto Elite Ascend. And now they're doing time, Warden.
You're definitely seeing it. Illinary Esports definitely shooting back much more aggressively in the side of this round. 16 to 7 they go. 6 lives remaining in fact. And there's not going to be any more respawns anymore from the side of Elite Ascendants. Illinary Esports is now breaking loose. Last 5 just around the vicinity of that A control point. Illinary Esports are going to go for the stack on B as well. Not only that they are going to be able to claim this round, but they're going to be able to get the objective time for themselves and securement for the future. Sabulekta all alone against a full squad of Illinary. What more can you do? The equalizer will be out for the side of Snow. Lexa will be able to find 1 off his switchblade. Seb good for 2. Lexa gets rated on. Seb's now going to be all alone with a dream to go for the comeback, but he gets denied by Zyru. Match point for the side of Illinary.
Wow. From losing map number 1, dominating Search and Destroy, now here you are 1 round away from getting your playoff spot. Now it's time to go in and show no mercy. Put an end to this game and be the one to come up alive.
Zyru pushing through, slide, beautiful shot for Rafi. Elite Ascend, they look to pave a way to try to go for the push here on an A control point, but they meet Snow with a War Machine.
Solar drone inbound. Predator missile inbound.
Oh my god. Illinary Esports, you're a couple of shots away from this, Warden. They can feel it. And Elite Ascend, there's desperation in the air. They want to find something here. But every time that they pull up something, things are getting run down.
Not looking great here. Instead of Elite Ascend, yes, the game's tied up, but you gotta take this one through. Get more definition. Win the gunfight. There's going to be another push here from the set of Elite Ascend here on the A control point, but the trade, it doesn't go to their way. It's now going to be 16 to 18. Oh, they can break loose. They can finally find the means to get the progression on an A control point, simultaneously get the life count.
Oh boy, 12 at 16. Elite Ascend are still here. Zyru, ooh, he's stunned. It's over. ELT might be able to take away the A side. They need to do time again. Running down the clock is not the best way whenever you're on the aggression. So you need to pause clock and extend it to another minute to have time, an option to play that B side later on. Pacify slowly coming up on top. Game. Still available. That is third shot for now. And Sanji now stopping that push on A. So now the clock is burning down once again.
Oh my god.
And the life count, it's starting to dwindling down for Elite Ascend, and Illinary Esports came so close to finishing that map number 1, falling short, thinking that the mental is broken. It's not. They win the Search and Destroy, and they bring this game to an end. One more player to take down, and that's Kyle.
No
Unless a
time.
miracle happens, Illinary Esports is bound to take this victory.
Incoming.
EMP system deployed, and that is the signal.
Enemy down.
Ring the bells, it's over. Illinary Esports will advance to the playoffs, defeating the boys of Elite Ascend. Yes, yes, SKAERI, Alula Club, yes.
Number 1. Congratulations.
Ooh, wow.
Hey,
Absolute
see you at the
cinema.
playoff. See you at the playoff. See you at the playoff. See you at the playoffs, Elite Ascend. That being said, I mean, they tried to reach the top. They thought they could reach the stars, but nope. The moon just swallowed the mountain. Illinary keeps the elite. The peak is buried into the shadows. Shut the doors. It's over. Nice try for the set of Elite Ascend, but Illinary Esports masterclass performance there on the crossroads.
Absolute cinema of a game here. I mean, I guess the only question for me, Warden, was why Yosh not playing in this response?
Down.
Yep. Could be one. Josh was an absolute slayer. But yeah.
What?
It's yeah.
Rafi
Crazy.
10-22. Kyle with 10 and 16. And overall, Illinary just wanted it more. Snow having a time of his life there with Sanji again. Back-to-back times where they're placed at the top 3 in contributions for the team to win it. And not only that, right? I mean, we were kind of waiting for Swag and Zyro to come up alive. And on the first round of that play, Swag and Zyro had 18 kills on that first round and eventually just outgunned ELT at the very end. And when their time was over, it was time for Hades, Sanji, and Snow to take home the gold. And MVP of the game is Hades with 23 kills, 11 deaths, and 5 assists.
Yeah, I mean, nice try from the side of Elite Descent. After turning off pretty unfortunately, but it is what it is. Illinary Hades is going to be the MVP though with 23, 11, and 5 to the KDA, 2,852 for the scoreline.
There is definitely going to be a tough match here for Hades awaiting them for that playoffs, because now that they are going to be there, they're not going to be facing Elevate. They're not going to be facing TSM either. They're going up against the #1 team from that Group A, and that means they're going up against Alula. So that's going to be a lot of problem coming into your face off the get-go off that playoff stage. But the good thing about it is that there's a double elimination format, Warden. So they got a chance to bring this game 2 times, and they gotta just win 1 time to be top 3. And that's really nice for them, because that means you're getting more bag, you're getting more prize pool, and also you're giving your team momentum, and you're giving your team the dream that, hey, we can actually do this, right? And for Snow, for Sanji, this too being the core player of this team and being consistent in terms of finding frags, Sky could be the limit for this squad. And God knows what will happen maybe 2 to 3 months later once these guys actually got a team together with a great system under a coach. So that will be our match number 2 for today. We will be right back. It is going to be Alula going up against SKAERI for a battle for a playoff spot there for SKAERI. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Garena Masters 10, Weaving the Legacy. It's the final day of the Garena Masters group stage, and also the final game of our stage. So now it's all about finding our final remaining 2 teams, and it will be decided here in Group A. We still got one more game for each of these players, each of these teams, and for Alula, they look to be the #1 team, Warden. And for SKAERI, if they do want to get the top 2 spot, they need to win up against Alula, Warden.
I hate to hear it, man. I really hate to hear it. I mean, just knowing the history between SKAERI, Oblivion, TSM, Alula, all 4 of these squads, they deserve to go to the playoffs. But unfortunately, with mix of bad GBs on the luck there for the draws, they get sent to the group of death. And well, it's not really looking good here for the side of SKAERI. But well, anything can happen here. But we in all like other seriousness as well, we all know that Alula is not here to toy around. They just want to get through rounds quick. I mean, you have FDX in the group chats and Facebook, just running out already looking for scrims because they want to get more reps into practices and stuff. They don't want to waste any time. So SKAERI, all eyes on you.
All eyes on them, definitely. And SKAERI was a team that almost beat down Team Star Magic, that is the second best team in this group itself. Now, Alula definitely is the #1 as from what we've seen on their first 2 games, and it's not going to be easy for SKAERI to take away a map, even 2 maps in this series itself. But if there's anything that SKAERI will have is a nothing to lose mentality, and you get yourself a couple of group of guys that will have nothing to lose and would just try to play their best and just turn off their brains for a second and just play the game itself without no pressure, then there might be a chance. But even the chance is quite slim, Warden. It's the Alula that we're talking about.
You just can't neglect it, man. I mean, you pull up to the lobby there, you join it. Let's say typical day of a scrim, and then you open the lobby, you see, okay, FDX, all right. And then the next player joins. Oh, it's Clove now. Next up is Skurd. And then right after that, you got Jaya. Okay, who's their 5th? Lucas in. And you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is shocked. And how much more as well in a stage setting like Arena Masters 10. It's intimidating. It's
it's rough, right? I mean, you're gonna have to expect the underdogs to become a better version of themselves, but that is just really quite rough right now. Looking at the reality of this, one is a team that reached top 3 in last year's World Championship, Warden, and then they added Lucas in, one of the top prospects in Brazil that has been wanting to get out of that region, and he finally did, and he somehow ended up with an even better roster, Warden. I think the only problem for Alula Lucasin from his team, I'm not trying to spark any controversy here for the record, but looking at it analytically, I track stats for a whole region. So I do have an idea how things are looking like for his team. And you talk about Galoris, yes, they're a consistent playoff team in Call of Duty World Championship from all its season that they have participated. But there has always been a wall that they have to hit every time that they play the upper bracket finals or the upper bracket semifinals. And why is that, Warden? It's because the talent pool that they have has reached its ceiling for so many times now, for so many years. Yes, they do have managed to add a couple of players, but even that is not enough to take down the boys from the eastern region. So what did Alula Lucasin do? Went to the east. And right now, it does kind of look like that Lucasin is in a position to not just win a Garena Masters title, but also win a CDM title with this roster that they are able to field, Warden. And I'm not saying that Elevate is weak, but there's a high chance that Alula do end up snowballing things with the way that they have been playing.
I mean, just to tell you a bit more history here for the set of Lucas in. I mean, the only time that he was able to play in a grand final setting, that was back in, like, if I'm not mistaken, the Masters 2024 Brazil against Q9. That was the closest that Mr. Lucasin has had in regards to actually winning an international title. So, that really something's off and why he's now here. Maybe try to change things apart. But moving over, you get to see it officially. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, it is going to be SKAERI up against the Alula Club here in a best of 3.
Nadi Alula Al Riyadiyah. Alula is a team based in is a sports club based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But yeah, whoa, hold it down. Map number 1, Hardpoint Summit. So we go straight directly into a map Alula is straight up good at playing. So this is Jai's Haven. And SKAERI will have to bring in the heat. Pickle, Mamra, Chroma, those are the 3 guys that you need to expect to become the heavy hitters just to stay up against Alula in this match itself.
Yeah, I can definitely feel something burning up here. I mean, hey, we gotta talk about Pickle and Mamra here, that will be running things down here from the front lines pretty well. Then they have to really show up here. So it's gonna be a shotgun game here, and they gotta go against Mr. Clove. Will be happening in just a little bit or so. But you take a look at the way that Alula bans the maps out. I mean, we've been sent to Combine, I think, twice for instead of Alula already. And they did play Shenda during the qualifiers, but now they have officially banned it alongside with Arsenal. So they want to keep things close here, Kali.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been Palitao's strength, playing close maps. That's been STE's strength. But the problem is when your strength is close maps and there is a team that's higher level of optimization than you, that's where things kind of falter, right? That's why STE back in the days were a little bit, inferior to the brothers in Elevate whenever they were playing Summit or a map that's, close range. So here though, I do like what the ban played out there for Alula. They banned out Hacienda. That was a map that SKAERI was playing back and forth up against Team Star Magic. Then you take away Arsenal, which is definitely a map that maybe you're not accustomed to playing right now since it's quite new. And there's a lot of intricacies in learning a map, and there's a lot of macro and micro you have to learn. So maybe they're taking their time at just adjusting the pacing of this team. After all, they have a new guy on the roster. So it will take an absolute time for them to, master a couple of maps that will help them try to elevate their play once they move in to the playoffs, or even in the CDM Spring Major 2026 that will be coming up in, I believe, 4 days.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be happening in Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And, the whole schedule there for CDM is pretty compact here, man. I mean, they're going to have the same cycle from Thursday to Sunday for like the next 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks or so. So yeah, that's going to be the next tournament that we could eye on before the next initial GSI or GEP comes around here for the Garena broadcast. But Kali, run things back. We're just going to be waiting for the players to come in and ready before we initially start the last and final series of the group stage here, Kali.
Yeah, well, while we're waiting for this game to start, right, let's talk about the events that will be coming up next after Garena Masters 10 and the other qualifiers to Garena Summer Invitational 2026. Not only are we going to be having a 60k USD prize pool for GSI, but Garena Elite Philippines will host multiplayer and battle royale tournaments. That is going to be 40,000 USD to share for both those two teams, for those 2 game modes. So, yep, that's it. Now we move on to our last game of the day. Map number 1, Summit Hardpoint. SKAERI and Alula are going to be playing in the early get-go. First fights will be won by Alula.
Here we go. Off the flex. Alula Club here going to be able to get the first 4 points inside of the hill, but SKAERI is not really too much of a stranger in the map of Summit. And I feel like they got the readings all locked down. It's just all going to come down to winning your gunfights. That's Lucas then finds a 4 spree already. We'll be leading the kills in this moment or so. The time is the sub 30 remaining now here on the speed 1. It's still pretty much a back and forth, but welcome to the kills goes to the side of Alula.
Okay, Alula FDX is playing the shotgun here. Is that true? Yeah, he's kind of playing around with closest HS there. But at the end of the day, Alula is set to dominate this one. If it's not going to be Jai absolutely dominating here, expecting Alula Lucazin to be the dominator. But even out of those 2 guys, even if they do not perform that well, man, they still got Clove and Scared to back them up. And if worst comes to worst, FTX is always open to actually taking the MVP as we've seen him play in the group stage.
Yeah, I mean, if you just overall tackle down as well in regards to just the lineup here, you got to keep in mind, man, Jai was a former teammate with Pickle, Mamra, and Sebio, and all 3 of them is there on the other side. So if there's going to be anyone that could probably know and read Jai, that could be those trio right there. But you got to deal with the whole squad, though, up against Alula. And get to see they're starting to break loose just a little bit, but fortunate enough, Scary, they find themselves back inside of the hill. But Alula Club, they're going to be hurtling on here from this mid snow. They're going to be pushing up here, and that's going to be a big stack, a big team fight now.
Yeah, 50 to 36 on the score. I mean, a rough start on that P1, but they're making up for it on this P2. Kramzu is the type of player that gets really scrappy and streaky at times. So once it gets hit up, Scary might be able to push through and get a lot of damage in the hands here for Alula. A lead change potentially could happen, but both squads are thinking bigger picture. They want to get that early rotation onto New, but it's all down to Kramzu to try to win this. Glove is going to bring out that equalizer. They're going to secure the back lines, and that's how you try to absolutely bring in your operators in this summit. Right? Most of the time, teams are trying to utilize their operators when the hardpoint opens up, but when you get a chance for your equalizer in that machine to open up before the hill pops for P3, you want to secure the back lines and get that anchor spawn for your team to be able to secure a money hill in this P3.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty methodical there and really great application for the set of Alula. But here on the contrary, though, they are going to be able to get the read here. Scramsies have been able to develop this flank that's going to be enough for them to push back the players of Alula. So this remaining 30 here is going to be enough for them to equalize here. If ever they can get the full definition, Pickle's going to be holding things down here from the front side, has the claw, and that's going to be locking things down as well, leaving the players of Alula to scramble around the map. And now they're going to meet an equalizer here as well. Big spray down for Sebio, and that's going to be the scrap time here given for the set of Scary. Lovely turnaround of events here for the set of Scary.
Scary. I mean, this is what you definitely expect for them, right? You don't have anything to lose. So at this point, you're invited to Garena's Armor Invitation. I mean, you know, a playoff spot would be very great for your squad, but at the moment, when you think of it, right, you turn off your brain off, remove the pressure, and just play your game. This is what Scary is going to be so scary of. And Alula will have to prepare for this gunfight. Lucasin is searching, not getting anything. Spawn split, and now the hardpoint is in the hands of Scary. Now we're talking business. Alula Club are in trouble. Deep trouble in this game with how Scary is playing with this space. How long could they keep this one up?
Monumental shift. Back and forth now. Still 30 remaining once again. Alula Club, they find themselves inside, but the big old push from Scary might just be enough for them to get the break. They get no side, they get the backside as well, but player 3, that is going to be Spirit here spawning out, will be able to serve a break for a moment or so, and they're going to be hitting it from the mid-map here. Alula Club, Scary, back and forth battle they go.
Ooh, Kramzu. I mean, looking at him, he's got 11 kills, but all his teammates are absolutely tearing it apart in terms of the gunfight. Mamara with the Tempest. Oh, 4-piece for him. Nasty shot. But we do get the clear out here for FTX, and you see it. Whenever there will be struggles, Warden, FTX will be more than happy to step up. But right now, you need all 5 to absolutely go up alive. As Scary is slowly starting to build some momentum here in this P1.
That's down to 85. Gravity Vortex going to be out here for FTX. Should be able to corner down the connector alongside the top window side. And he's just waiting for the push, the communications to come by here for his squad to where he has to pop that Vortex, and he finds another to his name. And that's just like that. Alula Club, they're going to be right back on track here, and they're going to be on the driver's seat.
Clove with the equalizer. That should stop the bleeding here as he goes around the map and clear off the point that he's responsible for. I mean, multiple times we've seen Clove hit this, so many high value shots that he's converted, and wow, 2 shots in away from that EMP, but he's gonna get turned away. But that swing right there has allowed Alula to take the lead.
99, 100 points. They're gonna be on triple digits as well here for the set of Scary. 19 points off the trail. Hardpoint's gonna be opening up here with Alula, though, having the bulk of the time in the kills. Get the better formation now. And it's going to be Scary here looking to hit the striker from this mid-map. Leading the way is going to be Chroma here with the Gravity Vortex. Can he find anything off that, though? And the answer is yes, and they are able to take the hill right back from themselves. But sustainability has been a big problem for the set of Scary.
It has been a big problem. It's been back and forth terribly here in favor for Alula. So if you're a Scary fan, you're going to be quite in a blender for the time being, knowing that Alula's best hill here is P2 to P3 conversion. So if Scary can take away a few bit more seconds in this P2, that will be more than successful for them to turn away the shots here for Alula. Chroma, full 180s there for him. This last 20 seconds might be huge for SKAERI. That should give them an opportunity to keep this game close.
Love to see it a lot. SKAERI Mamra. Big Hills needs to come by. Whips up the spear. Can get the shut down. And he gets overwhelmed by the players of Alula here. Once again, early rotation. Granted, better formation for the set of Alula, but SKAERI has been able to break this before.
They have been able to close it down. The anchor will not be touched here by SKAERI, as we got Lucas able to extend out towards green to just cancel out any player potentially trying to flip the spawn. And that is going to get cleared out. That means trouble for SKAERI, as there's nobody able to stay close to that anchor spawn. And the least that they could do is contest through the front, but even that will be overwhelmed by the operators. A full shutdown in the moment for Alula Club as they try to steer away from this game.
Friendly predator missing.
Yeah, they've tried to really sustain and just always having themselves here on a mixture, but Alula Club, you know, one-upping them at most every single time. Look at the flank from the side of Skurd. Mamra able to get the trade, but it's not going to be prolonged for them to be able to get a contestation inside of the hill. Alula Club breaking loose. They're going to be able to enter the 180-point mark. There's 18 more points to go, and that's going to be 200 for their name.
Yeah, fighting for a massive lead here is Alula. SKAERI will be gifted a new spawn here. They set up for new, so now it's all about the defense. How can they hold down the ever-growing onslaught from Alula Club with FDX spearheading the attack? That is going to be a clear two-piece for FDX. Gives him a 3 combo. Make that 4, perhaps. No, will get denied. But they will secure majority of the position nearby the point. And with that clear out, Alula Club successfully retaking this P4.
They pushed one player back here, down Snow, but oh, Mamra! That's a shot to connect. He finds himself inside of the hill. Reinforcement needs to be put up though for the set of SKAERI, but they lose the gunfights in the process of trying to get closer inside of the hill. Mamra all alone into the dust. Up against 3 players of Alula. He's doing whatever he can do to try to stay alive, and that's going to be enough for him to buy enough time for the rest of the crew of SKAERI to hop back in.
And they do find their way back, but by just scrapping through, you have allowed yourself another chance to try to win this game. Just down by 67 points. In this coming round of Hardpoint that we'll have P1 resetting back. You need the top computers. You need the high ground here for Pickle to be converted, but his teammates is gonna pick that one up. So P1, they win the initial set of gunfights. That is gonna be quite progressive for them. But now here comes the push coming through the top. Skurd is going to have an operator available, but everybody will get shot down absolutely. With Kramzu finding that war machine with a lot of value in it. So the first 20 seconds go favor the way of SKAERI.
210 and 157. SKAERI needs a money hill for themselves to equalize this game, but Alula, they're just locked down inside of the hill. Look in on 46. Skurd from the top on 39. 30 more points to be claimed for the set of Alula, and it's going to be a close out here in the summit Hardpoint.
It's very close. They can smell it. Scared about to drop a 40 bomb here in front of your screen. And normally we get to see his POV, but when he does find his way in it, he never fails to wing it. 237 points now claimed up. The Hardpoint will not end here yet. We got one more chance for SKAERI to try to hoist in a comeback. We're heading into P2. Just 6 points for Alula to win this. How long can SKAERI hold out until the gusts run out? Clove and the crew now will be there early. Hardpoint opens up now with a scrappy fight. Chroma with the double. That is going to be a SKAERI with the high ground. And SKAERI, man, they are winning this early set, but Jai will find a way to break through inside. Mamra will have to drop back down. Lucasin will go and even out the trades. They are trimming the points inside the hill, and with Clove finding those kills, Alula Club will secure the victory. In a very tightly contested game, they still make up for it with their star power.
Wow. I mean, I gotta give it most respect though for the players of SKAERI. They kept the game pretty close. It's just that at the end, Alula Club getting the final adjustment was just able to break apart, set themselves apart, got a distance away from the players of SKAERI. I mean, there was a moment in time you got to see that SKAERI was on the lead, but Alula Club just has a lot of situations locked down and prepared for.
Clove, Lucasin, Skurd, I mean, everybody here for Alula Club, all their operators were really high value and eventually turned into a round swing knowing that that Glove operator on that P1, that equalizer, finding 5 kills, eventually building up to a Predator missile. That's how you know you have one guy able to slay down player all by themselves. That means the space is wide open for your squad to absolutely take, and they never failed to take whatever is open. And Alula will continue to burst through with a very solid hardpoint record in the group stage.
Whew. Yep. I mean, take a look at Lucas in there with 55 kills a minute inside of the hill and a 196 impact here. And an MVP scoreline that you're seeing there. For the side of SKAERI, I mean, you had Sabia there nearly getting the 40 bomb, 33 for the side of Chroma, 33 as well for Pickle, 35 for the side of Mamra, but Kramzu was outpaced, outgunned. It's going to be on 26 and 45. So not really a great stretch there. You know, in a game against a team like Alula, everyone has to be sitting back.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? When you're going up against a star-studded roster, strats alone will not help you. You need superstar capabilities to turn it up. And again, Lucazin never fails to rise up from the competition. I think this will be the first time he'll not be able to obtain himself a 2.0 KD in Hardpoint, but that alone is already impressive. This time, may not be able to claim a 2.0 KD, but that's a 1.6 KD in this Hardpoint. And that's impressive knowing that Lucazin, no matter what map it is, whether it be a big map like Ashanda or Arsenal, a mid-range map like a Takeoff, or a small-ass map like Combine or Summit, he will never fail to drop a consistent 50 kills on your face if you allow him to slay out around the map. And that's the absolute thing about this guy. You know, you can compare him to Uling, compare him to Anzai, and even with Tectonic, right? This 4 guys that I mentioned have always been a constant for their team when it comes to playing Hardpoint. And you don't get a lot of people like that. That's a 1 in a million type of players that, and for them to have Tectonic, for OUG, for Anzai in Wolves, for Uling in Q9, Lucas in Alula, PJ in Elevate. You know, it feels good to have a star player.
But the thing is, you know, for a moment or so, you know, when Clove hopped in, we were telling all about this whole narrative and stuff. And all of a sudden, when Reef came through, okay, this is now the star. And then Lucas in comes through. The build up here for the set of Alula is just crazy, man. I mean, they have at most probably the most uber history lineup coming from the past and the present, and so that's that. Moving over now, yes, miss out the action. Hardpoint get lost out, but instead of SKAERI, unfortunate there on Summit. We move over now towards Search and Destroy, and it's going to be in the map of Coastal. Ali, what's your thoughts, man?
I mean, Coastal is the haven for Alula. They've had so many maps played around it. But, you know, I think that could be a big problem for Alula itself, trying to open up Coastal so many times. Teams will have a good read on how your setup is looking like. And some of these teams have already applied the way Alula plays their attack side at some point, where a couple of guys not even in the top 4 right now manipulated the attacks in Coastal in one of their maps and eventually tried to hit the Alula strat where they are going to be splitting the attack, where 3 guys is going to push up the B stairs from mid. So yeah, you try to bring this up too much. There are possibilities, multiple possibilities for you to be read and be cancelled down upon by your opponent.
A battle goes for sure. Someone has to step up big here for the side of SKAERI. And remind me, Kali, who's willing to scope for the side of SKAERI, man?
SKAERI, I believe it was Kramzu that will be taking the sniper in his hands. So that's going to be the matchup you're looking for. Lucazin versus Kramzu, I believe.
Yeah, and in some way with the performance that he showed up there on Hardpoint, it doesn't really back it up in regards to what they need to get this win. But hey, totally different beast that you're playing that is going to be Search and Destroy. Then again, it is up against Alula. We'll see about it, man.
So SKAERI, this is your last chance. If there would be any game mode that you will strive and win this game, that will be here in a Search and Destroy. You saw TSM take a map win away from Alula, winning the Tunisia Search and Destroy a couple of days ago. But here is a totally different map. So let's see how SKAERI does it here. Alula Club will begin their campaign on the attack.
About it here, Sebio. Actually, we leave the scope here, but Jai just shuts him down with a tie 6-3. No scope, no problem for the center Jai.
There we go. First blood looking already positive for Alula. And it's an A-long hit. But they're gonna try to push through. They got one guy solving the defense on the cafeteria. That will be Clove. That will be his domain. Holding that B side is where he shines the most. But now they're trying to think this. They're double dipping. FDX is gonna spot Mumra. He's not gonna pull the trigger. Now he does. And just like that, the A side is clear. That should be game on this round 1.
Pickle, Ramzu. Now here all alone. Big shot for Ramzu, but it's not going to cut the chase. Not just yet. Bomb's going to get planted. Oh, Pickle finds Clove. Now we're talking. Definitely now be doable. Everybody can get another gunfight to their side, but no, Luke is in too quick with it. And now it's going to be Pickle all alone here on A main. Swings on by. Luke is in. Not a problem. Easy shot for him. First round for the side of Alula.
Very decisive the way that was played out. You get the first blood. Do something about that A side opening that was granted to you for free. And when you found out that there might be players linking towards that, you double dip back, pivot back to that mid-map bar. And then you were able to complete the whole onslaught on that first round. Now this time, a couple of picks coming through. It's a battle between Lucazin as well as Kramzu over that long range. That would be Sevio. My mistake. Who's gonna win it? Nobody. Sevio's gonna take down Jai. So that gunfight now favoring SKAERI. They got the numbers game. Gotta take care of it.
Big swing here for FDX. Oh, player 1 Pickle stays alive, but the chase down. Deflection from the side of FDX. Able to get the kill. No more players to worry about there from the back side of B main. They find the kills here. Chromo finds Lucas in out though. It's gonna be a 3v3. Beautiful flick for Sevio. Give him another one. Squirt gonna be down on the side, but no, he can't get the shot to connect. They don't go for the chase down, but FDX takes away Chroma and Mamra, leaving Sevio all alone in a 2v1 situation.
Well, we're gonna be planted here now. Skirt and FDX gonna be the guys. We'll be left behind. I mean, Sevio has been put into this spot so many times. Are we ordering a clutch here for Sevio?
Probably. We could. What would you like, Callie?
I want it well done. Sevio, show us what you got here. First engage. Ah, no
comes in raw, man. Was
Yeah,
a bit
they
raw
want
there.
to. Yeah, it was raw. It was a bit raw. Go back to the kitchen. You donut.
What are you, Callie?
I am an Indian sandwich.
Destroy the objective.
Say it again.
No.
Got the bomb.
Good boy.
Oh my god, bro.
EX, oh, gonna be alone there on a long.
Oh, he's
Mamra.
isolated. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
criminal.
What?
How? I mean, I think that's fair because you have some red tags that can be visible.
Yeah. I forgot.
I think that should be removed. That should be removed for competitive integrity.
At its finest. Big shot, big trade off P main. Woo! Clove gonna be able to slip by. Zeus gonna be doing some shots here out the top of the tree. I mean, you can hear the gun across the map, man, announcing himself there on the far side. Get to see Lucas is gonna take this long way wrap. He's gonna check.
Planted.
Finds Mamra on the other side. Has the shotgun. Could have went for the commitment, and he's gonna intercept Mamra there in the process. Throws out the flash, but they gotta worry about the big push here from the front of the side. Two-man push here on the bar side. Lucas in finds one, checks around. Take a pow! Mamra able to get the Punisher in. Grabs the cut score down. First round for the set of SKAERI.
There you go. Much needed round win to not let this lead balloon over for Alula. And it feels weird. It feels weird to see how that one played out. Lucazin had that kill around that bar hit,
Objectives.
and then immediately turned back to watch the flank. Just did not catch the timing of the guy running from the T-side spawn. But Lucasin's gonna make up for it. Wow, back-to-back rounds. B-side is open, and that might just be round now.
Round and round.
Been planted.
Around the carousel. Around this map of Coastal, per se. Gonna get cooked here for the set of clove. You did ask what my order is, and it's gonna be a perfect medium rare nade that might just be flying by clove. Boy, Mommer's out. Clove gets taken down. Skirts there from the back. Ramzu able to get one for himself. Make it a double. Count it up, but it doesn't matter. Alula claims another round.
Oh man, I hated how that round started. Immediately off the rip, right? That sniper battle on mid was won by Lucasin, and then a follow-up nade eliminated the B-side defender. So immediately you're assuming that the B-side is already open after you defeated the guy that is second to cross. So fast attacks here. Oh, whoa, it's getting scrappy. But Jai's gonna find his way to secure a double. And that A side, it's completely only attacking onto one side. So Clove is gonna find a way to pinch.
Lost that round, but it's not
SKAERI is getting outmaneuvered by the playbook.
As Lucasin just finds a double as well with his scope. He's gonna be leading the lobby once again with the most eliminations. Is it a surprise, Callie? Not exactly. 1 for 4 now. Up by 3 rounds. Alula's now gonna go for a big push here on his B side. Player 1 Pickle, I feel so sorry for you, man. Get taken down. FDX leads the way. Player 4 Kramzu. Bit of next player to react to it, but the bomb's gonna get planted in the process.
The bomb has been planted.
Here we go. You have a chance at this. It's a 4v5. You guys just gotta push through. Mammer's gonna find the first pick. Diving inside. The pit is not essential for him to find any more kill. He's gonna fall, but Kramzu will find a way to secure another kill. But now he's dealing with Skurd and that Switchblade. Just too good.
Yet. Ready up.
Ganyan talaga. No, I'm kidding. It's too early. Anything can still happen.
Boy.
Anything can still happen. You just gotta pick up your foot and
Objective.
bring yourself up. Back on the saddle. Lula Club now going to be pushing here on his A side. There's only going to be Kramzu here. That could be an understatement though, but he does have the type and he backs away. Big respect there for Kramzu, but Roma able to get the kill up against FDX, forcing a 4v5 here on a retake.
A chance at this. Your numbers are quite better. Are your nades connecting, hitting anything at all? Nothing. No stuns even to stun the attacks here. Being provided by Alula. Clove now in a 1v1. And he's gonna clutch it up against Kramzu.
But it's not over yet.
Kramzu was looking on the wrong direction. I mean, was there enough time to give off the communication? Probably so. Another round slipped by. I mean, if you lose a round like that, you might just feel it. You might just call it over. Here we go. 1 for 6. Last 3 rounds here. And this might just be the last final moments that we're going to be seeing on this group stage here, Callie.
Total bloodbath here. Provided by Alula. And Lucasin. It's got 7.
Grenade out.
Jai has 6. Lucasin has 7. So they have 6 and 7 combined accordingly. And I
Really
just
nice
have to say that. Really nice 7.
Frag out.
I mean...
And I feel like that was
Nine's
either
still
the
gonna be
6th or the 7th nade that got killed off this broadcast.
And Alula are on 6 rounds. And if they win this, that's 7 rounds.
You gotta keep in mind as well that if SKAERI gets 6 rounds, they're gonna be on the 7th round ever, and they're only gonna need 2 more here as they go for the push here at the 67-second push. Comes to shove on his B-bomb site. Player 1. Yo! Able to get the shot down up against Lucasin. Pickle's gonna be running around, bring around inside of the side. And unknowingly, it's gonna be Clove already from the back. And the numbers, there's gonna be a lot of 1v1 isolations. A must-be winner for the set of Sebio. Grova, he gets one down. That's a 1v1 Skurd. And Sebio, he checks by. He's not gonna waste time. He goes for the chow off the heading, the flash connect. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for Sebio. They find another round for themselves.
Too bad there. Honestly, for Alula to fail to convert that. But you know what? Chroma finding the flank from Cafeteria to push the B side. That was something that Alula wasn't expecting to be hit at that timing. So Chroma from 6, he had 7 kill. You know, enough for SKAERI to absolutely win a 2nd round. But there will be 2 guys here still for SKAERI. Sebio and Kramzo with 6 kills. I mean, you know, finding a kill here would be beneficial to try to make this game manageable. You got yourself the attack side this time. We switch it up. So you're trying to play it slow in this first 30 seconds, which is nice. You're trying to get a read on how the setup is looking like for Alula.
2 for 6. 2-1-2 split. First set of Alula. Big shot for Sabio. Get down, Jai. Probably need a scope now by now. With that initial pick there, they're going to go for commitment on his ace side. Lucason's going to get tagged up, stunned out as well. And it's going to be scary here. Having the clearance to get the bomb planted here on his ace side.
57
Bomb has
seconds.
been planted.
Make that 45 as the bomb gets planted. Alula are looking to get their 7th round win. But they only got 2 guys here. Momra and the crew just staging on the A side, just waiting for an attack to happen. Chroma will continue to deliver the blows. This round essential for them to be at bay and keep this game close. 3 more rounds to make this a tie game.
And I think it's well possible as long as you're breathing.
Destroy the objective.
But you know, similar situation how it went down in Hardpoint where it's the momentum shift there for some scary, but you can't afford to drop any mistakes. Big post up, big push up. There was ace side could have led to the demise of Chroma, but he's able to back away clearly. And look at the reads here. Chroma's gonna go for the push. Clove punishes him. Gonna be a free side there on B. But Scary doesn't really know. Not yet, not just yet. Not until now. Gonna be a 5v4 retake here, Cal, with a bomb planted for the side of Scary.
For the bomb to be planted like this, it is going to be quite a retake attempt for Alula. We've seen multiple times that they save up stuns to push around the bomb site to play retake. Not so sure if they got any more utilities to try to take a crack at this. So they're going to go in raw. And they're going to push through now. Clove now on the attack. Finds the first one, and the second is up for grabs for everyone that is alive for Alula. And that 6 rounds will now be 7.
3 for 7. Last 2 rounds for the set of Alula.
Destroy the objective.
And this one here and close out the demise for Scary. Still picked up. It's a play for picks for the set of Scary.
Jai still with 6 kills here, Warden. Looking to try to get a pick. He brought away the marksman, the Type 63, to exchange that to an AR. So that's signaling something that they're ready for a retake anytime, anywhere. And look at where he's positioned at, right? He's playing a high-low with Skirt on the B side, and he's got 6 kills, looking for the 7th kill for himself. But here for Clove, he's the Joker. On that mid-map, he finds Sabio.
The enemy has the bomb.
That's going to be a crucial pick. Instead of Alula, Nate's going to be connecting, throwing. Okay, not exactly what I was expecting. They're going to go for the push out now here on his mid-map, and they're going to get trampled out by the players of Alula. Yep, you can get 1, you can get 2. Oh, but the crossfire! They're blind. Subsided the players of Alula, and Pickle finds 1. Skirt's there for the trade. He might be able to get a double. He knows he's back away! But no, Momra still wins. Lucas is now going to be all alone in the 1v2. If there's going to be any moments that he could shine in this type of situations here, Kali.
Lucas in.
The bomb has been
And
planted.
a 1v2 Warden. He's about to get tested. He's signing up for this 1v2. And are we ordering out with the best spot? Oh, almost a collateral! 1v1 situation! And Momra will defuse these shots there from Lucasin. And they're gonna get a 4th round.
Trying to keep it close now.
Destroy the objective.
But keeping it close is obviously not going to be enough. You want to get more. You want to take this win and force this one to a map number 3. They're going to go for a big old push here on his B side. No hesitation whatsoever. They meet third at the other side, but no picks from either ends as well. But the flash comes through. Mamra gets one, gets two. FTA scored. The Filipinos are out
One more.
for Alula.
Oh, Jai now gets that kill to defuse the situation. But look at where this one is going. Number 5 in Chroma is lurking once again. He's on the mid-map. Nobody will expect this attack. And now there's a walking double trouble. Chroma with the 2-piece. Beautiful reads on the attack. And it's only left to Lucasen to clutch this round in a 1v3. Decides to take a peek. Finds the first. Sliding in. Gets the info on Kramzu. But the wall bang is successful. Back-to-back rounds we will be seeing here for SKAERI.
2 more rounds, and that's going to be the equalizer. And definitely, we might just be able to see the dream stay alive here, man. Can we see it happen?
Frag out.
Yo. Mamra with 12 kills to his name. W finds Jai as well. Another first tap lead for the set of SKAERI here, Kali.
5-7. Give me that one more round, SKAERI. Give me that one more round, please. Make my birthday wish come through. I need my birthday wish to come through. This is my parting gift. That 6th round for SKAERI to make this game. If SKAERI wins the next round, Warden, what does this mean?
6-7.
Come on now, SKAERI. Show us what you got.
Big 2026 is crazy.
Wait, what's the new meta, by the way? I need to get updated. My firmware is kind of off. It's off. It's off. It's not updated, man.
Bomb has been planted.
Here we go. No. Oh no.
They don't want
3v4. I need it.
You want to break in the pass here, Kali, as FTX leads the push. Clemson gets 1. He gets 2. He gets 3. Oh, Kali, Lucas is going to be all alone. And ladies and gentlemen.
Martin, in unison. The score is 6-7.
Destroy the objective.
Oh, what a round right there for SKAERI. Now I'm feeling the adrenaline. It's all over the place. SKAERI has been amazing.
I was mumbling my words, bro, because I knew what was happening. And it happened. Thank you, Kali.
Well, this game has 6-7 written all over it. Alula Club on the attack has looked so dry as the desert. SKAERI is smooth. They reek oil. That's how they are right now on the attack. This defense really struggling for Alula. Still haven't figured out how SKAERI is playing this, but now you see they're being thrown into a very slow push. Only one player defending that B site. One guy actually holding down that mid-map. That's scared through the bar. First blood has been drawn, Warden. And this 6, about to be 7 for SKAERI if they win this next round.
A moment of silence. Play for pickoffs. A little bit of a stalemate, but the next line of contact could come through there on that mid-map. Ebio's still testing the waters out here on his B main, but look at the rest of his crew of SKAERI. They're gonna have a double man push on A long. One guy on that main side, and Ebio smooth with it, able to get a double. Third FTX guy out, the Filipinos gone and dusted. Now it's gonna be clothed in the nation. All had to go for a play and a clutch in a 1v5.
Oh, but she got nothing. SKAERI is undefeated. Right now, untouchable. And it's only Pickle struggling, Warden.
Destroy the objective.
No way.
Bomb acquired.
We're not seeing this. We can't see this. Opportunity to take the lead away is Chroma. No! He hesitated. FTX shuts him down. heard able to beam one guy down as well, but can't really confirm the kill. The clove's gonna be there sufficient, and now from the back they were able to get the shot down. He's already is inside of the side with a bomb on his hands, but Alula Club, they're ready for it.
Alula, it's time for the retake. You got the numbers game here, a chance to finally put an end to the drought that you're in. Time to put some water in the soil. Lucas in now, finds the pick inside. Jai brings in the Type 63. And I was about to say the War Machine because it's so Jai coded, but the Type 63 more than enough for them to win that round. 8-7 now is the score.
Can we see in overtime?
Defend the objective.
Can we see in overtime? The crowd,
6-7.
6-7, bro.
I can't stop thinking about it.
It's gonna be 13 kills per set of Clove, and if you divide it, that is gonna be 6 and 7. That was 13 for the eliminations. 5 men back away. Here, look at the 2 players from the set of Alula. That is gonna be Lucas and Alasa Clove working themselves there on the mid map.
Come on, Jai, show us what you got here. Time to put an end to this, or else an overtime is waiting if this does not get sorted out. Skirt, here's the information. Crams it with the spray. Chroma needs to defuse the situation, but Skirt gets the second. Looking for the third. He gets overheated and he falls. Scary Pickle with the double. And now this A side is completely wide open. Clove starting to finally put an end to this. Pickle, the only guy alive, and Lucas in. Mr. Brazilian Mr. Beast gets it done. Alula Club will take it home undefeated in the series for this one.
That was just a game, bro. That was it. I'm kind of surprised how close it was. All props to Scary, but that being said, GG's well played. Scary, you may not make it to the playoff, but you do make it to GSI.
GSI is fun. GSI has 60k USD of prize pool. That means also another chance to play in the highest possibility of tier of competition in Garena. And again, it's all about, you know, theory of putting yourself in the same environment as the best teams, because if you are surrounding yourself with the best teams, you're surrounding yourself with a lot of influence and you're learning a lot, right? Added knowledge is twice as much as you going to play up against teams that are not nearly near your level. So you always try to play and upskill, and Scary definitely had a chance to turn this game around. They just had to just fall off once they reached that 7th round. And it's rough because you thought that Alula is definitely gonna have to force to play in overtime, but Scary just kind of getting overheated there at the end, the playbook running thin, and Alula being on the defense, all they just had to do was wait.
Definitely. Well, no, you move over towards the next game in line, which will be nothing on the group stage. That something's up, man. Wow. What a journey that we've had.
For the record, guys, this is going to be our final game of the day. So we'll see the overall standing after this. But Lucas in back-to-back MVPs, more than 50 kills plus on that first map. 15 kills here in this Search and Destroy. And oh boy, it's amazing that this group stage has finally concluded. This 4 days of action, we not only saw Elevate, Lucas in, Alula be able to showcase their skills, but we've seen TSM and a couple of new generation of players for Garena Call of Duty Mobile showcase their individual plays. And now here is our group stage standing. Congratulations to Alula Club, Team Star Magic. They'll be the ones that will be advancing to the group in the playoffs, as from Group A to the playoffs. Alula being that first seed, Team Star Magic being the second seed. Then Group B, we have Elevate and Illinary to play in that playoffs, and we are drawing closer to crowning who will be our champion. So in the comment section, you let me know. Is it Alula Club that will win it? Is it Elevate, Team Star Magic, or maybe an underdog run by ELUNARI Esports once we're in there?
Well, we'll see about it. But, you know, in the process as well, I want to give a huge congratulations for SKAERI and Elite Descent to make it towards the run for GSI, and for the side of Metagil, Eugen Oblivion, and Sven KALIX, valiant efforts. See you on the next one as well.
Oh man, this is amazing. I am really thankful that you know, this game finally concluded, and there were tons of great matches here. SKAERI obviously was a team that you need to look out for. I feel like they're one guy away from putting an end to this battle for third spot in Garena MSP. I feel like same thing can be said for TSM. They're just one player roster away that will make them such a strong squad, Warden. So tune in to what will happen in the coming future.
With that being said, man, Kali, this is your last and final day here. We don't exactly know when you're going to come back to the Philippines, and we'll be able to broadcast. Take your time, bro.
Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be my final broadcast here in Garena for the time being, as I will be flying out to China this year. I hope to bring a lot of... Why you cry? Bro, don't make me cry here. I'm about to cry because this is big, right? I won't be able to participate in any of the broadcasts that will be provided here by Garena for the next few months, as we will be flying to we'll be flying to China for the bootcamp in OUG. I don't know what to say. I mean, thank you guys for having me here. And yeah, Warden, I know you're gonna kick ass. And next week, Coach Pika will absolutely tear it apart. So make sure you stay tuned here in Garena Masters 10. We are drawing closer to drawing our champion, so you can't miss the action here. That's all, man.
Yep, thank you so much. With that being said, it will be a closeout for our group stage run here for Garena Masters X, Weaving the Legacy. See you guys at the playoffs 5 days from now. We'll be right back. Good night and goodbye.
Hardpoint lost. Bomb has been planted. Killer drone being down.
Enemy down.
Hardpoint. Hardpoint lost.
Target down.
You can escape.